Okay, we're recording. Good deal. All right. Once again, the Tales of Ulran. This is episode 10. A big 1-0. We're burning through them, doing two a week, but that may change depending on scheduling. Like we were just discussing before we started recording. Dace may have to change up his schedule a little bit, as will Alex, possibly. But we can at least still get 1 day a week in. We'll work around each other's schedules. Before I get on with all that, though, like I say, I'm Brian Kynes. I am the DM and mostly the creator of the Tales of Ulran, which is the world that we play in. Over here to my side is Ron. Ron is playing the role of Ignatious tonight. Down below Ron is Alex. Alex Porter. She is usually playing the role of Oma, the small, the little cleric spirit walker. But the thing is, tonight, I don't know if we'll get back to that chapter of what's going on, so we're going to have her involved in what's going on in other ways, which are going to be really, really fun. Kind of like we did with Dace last couple episodes ago, where he got to play the spirit animals for her. I have something like that kind of planned for your character too, Alex. It'll be a surprise. Beside Alex, I have Daniel McGuffey. Danny's going to be playing Bastille, which is our rogue slash warlock patron, celestial patron. And up above him is going to be Dace O'Brien. He is going to be playing the role of Kylian, the nocturne creature, which is a, what kind of ranger are you again?
Gloomstalker.
Gloomstalker Ranger. So very, very awesome character there. Last time we were playing, last thing I remember, we had just finally went toe to toe with this creature, this ghostly being that's down inside of this place, and man, it had some surprises for the group. Everyone tried pulling their stunts, teleporting from one spot to the other and phasing through it. When they did, they ran into a big brick wall, as this thing had some kind of magical aura 2 times, by the way, which was fantastic. I rewatched that video, and just to look at Dace's face after he runs right into it, right after Danny does, he's just kind of like, what the hell's that all about? So,
I completely forgot about it.
Like, no, it was funny, man. And Danny's like kind of looking too, like, did he just do that? So it was funny. Ron is doing a fantastic job. He was dispelling this other skeleton that seemed to be tethered. Its soul tethered to this flail that this main creature has. And when he defeated it and dispelled it, he became tethered. And the creature was taken down to 0 hit points. And it did have the effect Ron was not able to make the saving throw. So at this point, Ron is going through the same curse that Danny did at the beginning of the last episode. And it had a ghostly voice speak to him, which we have to imagine is from this central creature, this central entity. And it said something like, slay them all, I think is what it said. It is wanting you to start defending for it. It is wanting you to start attacking and taking people down, Ignatious. And you are going to do that to the best of your ability until one of us helps you, or you kill everyone, one or the other. We'll see what happens. Cleric disturbed is what it is. So with that, I believe it was Rainlore's turn. And we had discussed that Rainlore, the Centurion character, the dark-bearded, dark-haired character that I play personally, has seen this happen once before. He saw Danny get corrupted. He saw the purple light up in his eyes. So he is going to have an idea as to what's happening here. I wasn't sure about that till I reviewed some things. I was like, well, that's true. He was right there and saw this happen. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our map and get some more of that YouTube gold flashing between one screen to the other, music in the background, and do it. I found some really neat videos on here that play just backgrounds of no music. And this one is Catacombs. It's based on some D&D soundtracks. I think they're meant to be played along with the campaigns that they sell, like the Curse of Strahd and things of that nature. I think they're kind of set up for that. I have that, and I'm going to do that here in just a second here. Let's share screen. Okay, this is where we were, of course. Oh, let me do this real quick first. Let's go like here. Oh, I know I can't minimize, you pain in the butt. Let's go right here. There we go. All right, now let's share screen. Okay, so we are down inside here, and you just saw, Danny and Kylian, you just saw this creature go straight through the wall over there beside us. And you're realizing that this creature has a different rule set than we do. It can go through material objects, and it vanished, went directly this way, went straight into the wall right in front of you guys. Okay. Right after that, Ignatious went through his bout. This one here faded away, and Ignatius took its place, cursed and tethered to whatever this creature was. We also, I want to mention, go ahead, Ron.
I just noticed we moved Rainlore earlier when you were messing with my with my token. He was actually right next to me.
I think he was right here, wasn't he?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, we also have some other things going on at the same time. Earlier on, Ignatius had an interaction with these orbs. It seems like the color of these orbs reflects the curse and the corruption that these skeleton warriors, these ancient guards or descendants of King Omadon that have risen, they have the same color in their eyes. It's in these orbs that is now surrounding Ignatius's character. And when he communed and talked to this, he saw this spirit of an ancient warrior that seemed to be very, very high ranking amongst all this. And he said to Ignatius's character that you have to find me before they do. If they find me first, all is lost. And he's wanting him to come search him out. So when Danny and them opened up this secret locked room earlier, when they were over here on this one here, they moved this statue, and its wings had opened up, and Kylian found a tile here on the floor that he had opened up and stuck his hawk-like medallion down inside of and turned. That's when we heard something in the far off in this place unlock and open. And that's when we also heard the clatter of bones. And people started paying attention and going in that direction. That's when hell first started breaking loose in here. So we're going to go ahead and go right now to my character. He'll be the last in the rotation. It'll turn, and then the turn will start back over again with Bastille with a 37 on initiative because he's Danny and he can. Okay, so Rainlore's turn. Okay, he sees you becoming cursed, and just for theatrics, Ron, when this comes over you and you hear these words inside your head, whatever this entity wanted you to do, as a free action, what is it your character is doing?
Trying to stop them.
Okay. So I see on his face, I see your body maybe turn towards me. Maybe your shoulders start to grow up and you start to grab out your staff. Maybe there's a magic starting up inside you, and I can see your face almost twisting and twitching as if you're trying to fight something from inside, not committing completely to this, as the light flickers and grows bright and then dark in your eyes of this purple-like necrotic energy. With that, Rainlore has no weapon drawn, and if he does, he's going to undraw it. Okay? He is going to slowly step backwards. Well, let's see. No, I don't want to do that because I got this other skeleton right here that's going to go next. I don't want it to affect you. I don't want it to be a burden. He is going to cast protection from good and evil on you. It doesn't help you right now, but the start of your next turn, you will have, because we looked at this earlier, you will have advantage on your saving throw versus this effect. And I will make it that the creature that I pick to make you defensive against, to increase your defenses against, will be, let me make sure I got my list right here. We got Fae, Fiends, Undead, Celestials, Aberrations. I think we're going to go with the, what do you think, Aberrations or Undead? Ron? Aberrations are ghosts. Undead are physical things that are brought back to life, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you, since it's my decision here, I'm going to give you, since I haven't really dealt with the big guy yet, I'm going to give you defense versus the undead. Okay? Creatures of these types have a disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Okay? If you are already, then this gives you advantage on your saving throw in the next round. And this will take, this will be touch, which I can do it since I'm right beside you. I have to keep concentration on this, and it's good for up to 10 minutes. It's good for a long time. So, I'm going to try to touch you, which is going to be just a basic roll for him. And let's see if you let me reach out and touch somebody, Ron. We'll see if this works. Okay. That would be a 21.
Okay.
And your armor class primary, ACP.
My ACP is 26.
What can I do here? Damn it. I don't know if I have enough I can add to that to make that work. Let me see. I've reached out and tried to touch you. Now, is that the ACP you have when you're casting spells or when you have your staff in your hand?
I
think you had two different ones, didn't you?
No, I didn't have two different ones.
Okay, so all yours is pretty much front-loaded in dodging and evading using magic and things like that.
Yeah, I've just got leather armor on.
Okay, I'm going to use my point of inspiration, and I'm going to try to roll it again because this is super important. And then that's it. So I can either add a 10 or I can re-roll the number. I can add a 1d10 or I can re-roll the number. And I did 21, and you got to have 26, right?
Yep. Oh, 50-50.
Yeah. And I don't have specialization in touching you. I can't take weapon specialization with that. I've got to go with it. I'm going to write off my inspiration here. And I'm going to be like, man, don't fight me. Right?
That is not something I thought I'd hear today.
Oh, right. Yeah. This is a big deal, Ron. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Burning my inspiration. Got the DM sweating. Okay, that'll work. 7. Okay, so that puts it 21 plus 28.
Okay. Are any of his points in armor class primary due to like evading, or not evading, but like blocking?
Some of them are, yeah.
because if he is not carrying a staff, then he's diverting the attack with his hands, which would still constitute a touch on those. So
Right.
that would be.
And he does have the staff because he uses that as his symbol. He uses that as his conduit.
Right.
He casts a lot of things using
My
the
focus.
staff as his thing. Yeah. Or what do they call it? Their holy symbol?
The focus, yeah, the holy symbol.
Focus, yeah. So he has it in his hands. With that, I cast that up on you. Now, it never has anything on here about having someone having to roll against it if they don't want to affect them. The spell's not designed that way. So, I've got to say that you are going to get a saving throw versus this. Because it's not going to be automatic if you're doing against something that is unfriendly. Typically, it's
Right.
not the way it would work, but it is in this case, and you're turned against us currently. It's a very unique situation. So, with that, you have to roll versus my spell save DC. And I have, Rainlord has 7 plus 1d20. High roll. High roll, baby. We'll take that. 17. 24.
And what's my modifier on this?
I'm trying to decide because it doesn't have one for it. It's kind of like, I know Paladins cast it, but he's a ranger, so it's going to be wisdom. It's just going to be a wisdom one.
I was going to say probably wisdom, which is,
Yeah.
I've got a lot of bonuses. So.
I know you do, damn it.
Roll low.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to pick on Alex.
26. What did you roll?
I think it was 27, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
What I say, Danny? Do you remember?
24.
24. Nope, you saved.
Yep.
Damn it.
I have a +9 to wisdom
Made it.
saves.
Oh my goodness. So man, I used inspiration. I tried to get that spell on you. You saved with like a 29.
Natural 17, yeah, plus my 9, so 26.
As he touches you and you see the stuff start to flicker on his character, you see all of a sudden you hear in the distance, Ignatius, you can hear in your mind this deep, dark voice saying, "Not yet. I'm not through with you." And as that happens, all of a sudden you see the purple light engulf my hand and singe it to a degree as I yank back, using my major action to do that. With that, I am going to go away from you. You will get an attack of opportunity on me, Ron, as I am trying to back.
All right, since this is something I meant to ask you earlier, I forgot to though.
Yeah.
Since I am still like inside myself witnessing this, and this thing's got control of me, does it have access to all my skills, abilities, spells?
There's something I'm going to roll for that when it's your turn.
Okay.
There's the thing, it's to a certain degree. There's DCs, and the lower you roll versus them, the more outright you try to kick the shit out of stuff. The better you roll versus it, the lesser of stuff you will try to do to people.
Okay.
This is just a reaction. This is just going to be an attack with your staff.
Right.
Roll
I
for
figured
that.
that, but I just wasn't sure, like, when my turn came around and I attacked, if I had full access to my spells or if it was just whatever this creature knew as
We're
far
gonna
as
gauge
attack,
that
which
here in
would
a little
most
bit.
likely be. So I'm rolling on an attack with my staff. $19.
19 misses. Okay, so as you swing at me, oh no, 19 just hits my ACP. So you do go ahead and roll staff damage plus whatever and tell me what that is. It just hits. It's not going to be enough to breach me or my armor because it's pretty damn hefty. But you did make contact with me when you swung.
1d6. Four.
Okay. I'm going to take 4 points to my armor points, and I don't take anything to myself as the armor absorbed it all, and you just found purchase on the metal. Okay? The metal and the heavy fabric of what I'm actually wearing. You weren't able to hurt me with the staff. You just knocked on me a little bit like a granddad yelling at somebody. Like, knock
Hit
it
you with
off.
my cane.
Right. So let me erase. I'm going back. That was 5, 10, 15. Oh, it's getting interesting, guys. It's getting interesting. Oh, God. What have I done? I'm going to go right there for now. I'm going to stop there.
Swallows the light in this place.
Right, yeah, right. And with that, something happens. Damn it.
No light. No light may enter here.
There are 2 skeletons
Oh God, there's more of them.
that pop up and jump up out of the darkness as I back up into them. I was watching at you and I wasn't paying attention, and they're both going to take opportunity attacks against me as I back into that space. Because, you know, he was more worried about you and he wasn't thinking about what was going on. So I got 2 of these sons of guns right on me that were on the inside of this doorway. Things are bad. Things are bad. All right. So with that, Alex, I want you to roll me a 1d20 and tell me what you get. And I know what the bonuses are on my side of it.
Alrighty. 10.
Roll a 10. The first one misses. Roll it again for me.
Ah. 12.
That one hits. Okay, for that, go ahead and roll. Oh, shit.
Just gonna get a tissue. Be right back.
No problem. Okay, that wrapped on me, but it was not enough to breach my armor, so I'm going to take armor points from that. I'll take 4 from that again. They're wrapping on Raynor's armor pretty rough. Okay, and that is 8 so far, so that is enough non-lethal to give me 1 point of lethal damage. All right, so with that, I have a bonus action. I can do something where that creature, when it tries to attack me the next time, I have my wisdom bonus, I believe, added to my armor class versus that creature for now, for the rest on, because I am that kind of combatant, which will help things immensely. Okay, how much movement did I take? 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I have half my movement left and more, so I'm going to use steadfast assault, and I'm going to subtract half my movement to get another attack. Okay, in doing that, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast, where's it at? Branding Smite on my arrows. And I'm going to do that at a 4th level. Okay. And I am going to try to shoot at the skeleton that is up here. Okay? Okay, I can't take any more movement. I'm stuck between these guys and I'm flanked. Oh, I'm flanked. Alex, just for the hell of it, roll another 1d20 for that lower creature to see if it gets a critical on me.
Alrighty. That is 7.
Okay, and then roll one more time for the one above me.
16.
Okay, nope, they still were just basic hits. I want to make sure it didn't crit on me, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm going across, use my bonus action. I've got Branding Smite. I'm putting on my bow. I'm pulling out and shooting soon at the creature over here. Okay, that is a natural 17, which is going to definitely hit that thing, plus my 27. Okay, I got a breaching hit on it. I'm going to add 1d8 for Colossus Slayer one time a turn. It's something I get. I have my damage for my arrow. And then I have my Branding Smite. Make sure I'm reading this right. 2d6. 3rd level or higher, and I cast it at 4, so 2 more d6. So these times 4. Okay, now we're talking about some damage. Now we're talking. And with weapon specialization, I can add a 1d4 to this one time a day. Let's put some dice together. I can pile them up.
You can do 1d6 one time a day. You can do 1d4 once a round.
I'm just going to do the 1d4 for now. I'm going to save the 1d6 for the bad boy up there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All that is plus 6. So 20, 23, 24, 30. 35 points of damage to the creature in a breaching spot. With that, I won't describe it to you guys too much. I'll describe it. It definitely bloodies the creature in one good hit. Okay, that one is number. Which number were you, buddy? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we're having fun turning pages and fighting and DMing. Oh, we're loving it.
Absolutely.
Be number 7. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, so he's minus. Oh, dude, these both had hit points taken away from before from something. Who did that? Danny, did you attack these earlier?
No, I attacked the 2 that were at the door frame there when I went past them.
So Kylian ran past these earlier. Have these 2 been attacked or damaged at all? I know you killed the one, Ignatious, with that magic that you cast on it, but did anyone hit these other ones, if anything?
No.
Okay.
These
get
two
down
over
there,
here,
they're there.
I don't think we've seen them yet.
This one right here?
This one's almost dead. The one right above me.
Right, now why is it almost dead? What happened to it?
Because when Danny went through, he kicked the shit out of those 2. They were almost dead when I dispelled the one. You called them dusted because they were not bloody,
Okay,
obviously.
that's what I'm thinking, because I'm seeing that. So with that hit that Rain Lord just puts on that one, because I have it written down, it already had so much missing. That one is done. Let me paint you guys a picture. Let me have fun and do that. Okay, so make sure I see which one this is real quick. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, okay. So with that, Rainlord pulls back, retreats from you, Ignatius. Says he can't. He goes, "I'll come back for you. I'll come back for you." And he yells that urgently. And as he takes a few steps back into this hallway and gets ready to get his bow out, all of a sudden he gets thrashed and he dodges one, but the other one catches him in the side as he's flanked by skeletons. He decides to stand his ground, not taking any more movement and subtracting that and putting it into one more last attack. Plants his foot, rolls the bow, and uses his bonus action to ignite radiant fire upon it, which looks more like a necrotic flame when he does it. Sends it flying, breaches that character, hits it right in the middle of the chest, and this creature falls to nothing. Okay? The skeleton crumbles, but the problem is the head still remains in a bunch of ash. Okay? So I'm going to leave it faint there to mark that. All right? And because it lays there in that bunch of ash, its head comes up and this dark black mist comes out of its mouth once again and encompasses an area. But Rainlord does not fall under the same effects because he is not within its range. Okay? So for that, let me draw a little area here. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's do a circle. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take your stuff down a little bit. Okay, and now let's move you. And it is all around the foot. Anything near that range, this area here, could quite possibly be affected by what's going on. Okay? I will leave that there. Go ahead and get rid of the skeleton. Okay, there we go. All right, with that, good job, Rainlore. Hey, mute that, Danny. Okay. So with that, it is going to be the top of the round. And now I need to roll some initiative for these guys and get them involved in this. Just 1 minute, okay?
Should we get Alex to roll their initiative?
Yeah, absolutely. Alex, roll me a 1d20.
All ready? 4.
Nicely done.
Well done, Alex.
My
Well
God,
done.
we can always count on the Alex Meister. All right, give me another one, please.
All right.
That's fucking awesome.
2.
Oh
Are you
my
serious?
God.
Dace, you're a genius, buddy. You're an absolute genius.
I'm sorry, Alex, but I
It's
just
so
figured I don't
good.
want him to roll high.
So good. Well, they don't go for a bit. All right, we're good there. At this, make sure I'm taking everything into consideration. Okay. I got to do something here. I got to open this up a little bit more. Now that these things have attacked Rainlore, and he can see in here to a degree, I've got to get rid of a little bit more of this darkness. Okay, let's do this here.
Go into the dark.
I like it, Dace. I like it. Have fun with it. Take it for a
You
walk.
clearly tell I'm having fun with this thing.
Yeah, and do it, man. If you want to say something in there, by all means, dude, you got the keys to Lamborghini, sir.
Oh
You
man,
got it.
oh absolutely, because I'm loving this thing. It's
So,
fantastic.
let me do 1 and 2 here real quick. Okay, almost to it, and then we'll move on. Okay. Of course. And then, in the distance, another skeleton pops up in Rainlore's view. And yet even another one. Now
Oh
that
my
he's in
God,
the
how many
room.
of these things are there?
Well, the problem is that because of that commotion, these things are around searching now, so they're not coming over to Rainlore. They heard some kind of commotion and something unlock. And they heard it come up from this direction. So So they are up searching around this area trying to figure something out. They heard a clink. They heard something from here. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and move over to Danny. Danny, you've still got your spiritual guardians up. They are back into your control as they start to spin normally as they should. You're left there beside Kylian. If you two would like to have an interactive word for a minute about what just happened, and then I'm going to let you take your turn. Just for theatrics.
He would look at him and say, "Did you see where he went?"
He literally went through the wall. I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to do.
You saw
But I
that
think-
creature went through this left wall.
But
Guess that's the direction we have to go.
it retreated. It must be hurt.
Okay. So, Danny, what do you want to do?
I'm going to head out of the room.
Huh? Get to you here, buddy. All right, you're going to go out of the room. Spiritual Guardians is still with you. As you do, roll me a perception check.
Um, 25.
Hey, you get to about right here and you stop. You look down and you see one of those skulls at the bottom of the steps, just a little bit to what would be Bast's left, sitting there with its jaw open, this dark energy pouring out of it like smoke out of like a bellowing fog machine. And the eyes are fading purple slowly. And there is a mass of that black energy in almost like a 7-8 foot radius. If you were to walk another step forward, you would be walking into that fog. And you stop right on the edge of it. It's blocking off your way of getting down the stairway because of where it was slain. What are you doing? Now
I'll
remember,
pause.
it only goes up about 5 foot high, and these ceilings were like 15 foot in different places. So there's you see the option of maybe being able to bound off a wall successfully and go over, but if you fall, you're going to go into this stuff. What would you like to do? It's just letting you know so you can see the room.
Yeah, I'm going to flip over the top of it. Bound off the bit of the wall to his left so that he ends up about,
Where do you want your end place to be? Here?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check, and I'll tell you how you do.
acrobatics of 32.
Okay. You do it, and you tie your shoe while you're in the air. It's absolutely ridiculous what you do. God, boy, I swear.
Man, I'm just picturing him hitting the foot, putting his foot in the corner, flinging around, tying his shoe as he's literally using his momentum to swing and then landing on the shoe that he tied.
Yeah. When you do, you bounce.
Superhero landing.
You land here
Superhero
all
landing.
day. He lands
Rough
looking
on the
like
knees.
he hears it all day. You land about right here. When you do, Danny, this is what you see. That is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 foot of movement because you had to jump up over top of this thing. Okay? Keep that in mind. So when you land in this area, you still have spiritual guardians up on you. And they go and they start flying around Ignatious, looking at him peculiarly, but they're not attacking him, but they're looking at him as if he was an enemy. And that's when you notice that purple glow is in his eyes now as it was in yours. You know what he's going through. Rainlore shouts out as a free action behind you as he's dropping the bow, as he's getting ready to pull more arrows, and he's going to try a trick shot. You look over, and you see him looking left and right to his side as if he's surrounded, but you can only see through the passageway. He goes, "There's something wrong with him, man. I tried to help him, but it wouldn't take." What are you doing? Uh-huh.
I'm going into the room where Rainlore is.
Okay. As you make your way that direction, you get right beside Rainlore, and you see in your vision, your 45-degree angle vision around these corners, he is flanked by 2 of these skeletal warriors. What are you doing? Are you trying to jump? Remember, he's in centaur mode right now. Okay, so he's taking up quite a bit. Well, you can still walk around him, but you're not going to be able to attack from the same square he's on. And if you go through him, around him, at least one of these is going to get an attacking opportunity on you.
It's going to be rough for him to throw the dagger, so I'm going to use 1 bonus action and Misty Step behind the upper one.
Awesome, buddy. Okay, so mark that down. You've used your bonus action. As you do, you Misty Step behind this one. I'm going to turn on some battle music. Are you guys okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. Little YouTube magic.
I was about to say when he said he was moving up to Rainlord. No. He was going to do this to our hypnotized friend.
Mama,
I pressed the wrong button. There we go.
What? What in the hell have you done, Dace? You went mad. You went mad.
I was reworking one of the buttons and I think I broke one.
It's all good. Things happen. All right. So, Danny, here you are. You are behind said creature. What are you doing, sir? You have Misty Step behind him. I'm going to what's your passive stealth?
Passive. Who? What would I base my passive stealth on?
All your bonuses to do like stealth attacks and stealth checks.
Oh, he's
10.
got a 14. 14 to stealth.
So 24 is your passive stealth. This thing does not know you're there yet, Danny.
Wait. Your passive stealth is 24?
Yeah, he has amazing bonuses.
You
So
sneaky sausage.
Yeah, he is
Well-
a sausage, yeah.
Dace, he has a dex of 22 being what he is and the stuff he has. And he also has expertise in stealth, which doubles his proficiency bonus.
As a rogue.
And then he also has skill points spent in stealth.
Holy mama.
Yeah, he stacked her up nice. He's got a club sandwich of stealth with extra chips.
On the other hand,
Good.
You know, that actually
I
sounds
have-
pretty good. I want that now.
Right
Stealth
on.
with extra
I've
chips.
literally failed like DCs of 10 on Constitution repeatedly.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you don't have
That's
to worry.
bad.
We think you're balanced, Danny. Don't worry about it, buddy. All right, man. So you're behind this fool now. You gonna make him pay? What are you doing, buddy?
I'm going to do a focus called shot to the base of basically where the spine starts to curve, where your neck meets your back.
All right, buddy, go for it.
All right, and he has advantage anytime he's in that situation. So with advantage, 18 plus 14 plus the called shot, 18, 14, 32 plus, too many pages.
This is how you know it's high quality D&D, when your character sheets are character packets.
32,
no shit, yeah.
35.
It's a 35 to hit.
Yep.
Okay,
Of course,
and
that's
and then you
minus
know that's
about
a minus. What is it to hit that area? Is it minus 5 or 6?
-5, I think.
Okay, so that gives you a what now? A 30.
Yeah.
Okay, that breaches. That is enough to do your one focus shot with your backstabs and all your other fun business that you know that you have on but that's only one attack that you get when you do the focused called shot. Okay, go ahead. Roll up your damage and tell me what you do. You hit this thing right in the base of the skull. As it goes in, the head just kind of kicks back stiff from the impact. It had no idea you were there.
Welcome to D&D, where if you have armor, Danny doesn't care.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What did you roll?
That's 90 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Really?
Yeah, because the cold shot expert level gives an extra 3d6 on top of his 5d6 backstab.
And then you had your dagger damage, and you did your
Yeah.
cold
And then,
shot. It's 90.
Yep.
Okay, Danny, paint me a picture. What's it look like?
I would say that thing is just the head completely severs and there's nothing but dust below it.
Okay, roll me a wisdom check. Just a wisdom check.
14 plus 20 total. You got
20
proficiency.
Alex, roll me a 1d20 and a 1d4.
Already.
If you get over 20, let me know.
14.
Okay, Danny, you saw Iggy underneath the effects of this thing. I'm going to help you out here. Okay? You've also been under the effects of this thing yourself. You just walked past one at the bottom of these steps. Okay? And that was letting off a radius. And when you hit this thing so hard that you knock its head off, in that moment, you're thinking to yourself, is this spell that comes from it trying to get us, is it coming from the body or the head? In your description, what would you like to do? You pretty much took the head off of it. You said that in your description. So
Yeah.
what are you doing? Or you tell me, get creative, buddy. You better do something.
As he knocks that, he wants that head to fly away and not
Okay.
actually touch it.
Okay. So with that, do you have at least half of your movement left?
I've got about 10 feet left.
Okay.
So no.
When you used everything in that move, do you have a bonus action ability to take one extra attack?
I do.
That's what you're going to have to use it to do. You're going to have to fling that head.
If anyone's seen that soccer show called Female 11 or something, I'm picturing him kicking the head off and spinning and smacking it away.
Right on. Danny, as you drop down and cut clean through the back spine of this thing, as the head begins to roll and the eyes start to turn around, you can see the purple light getting ready to turn around and meet yours. You think back to that moment. You know you have one last attack left in your reserves. You can use your bonus action as an extra attack because you're kit and class. What direction would you like to try to hurl? You can either punch, kick, knock off with your dagger. How do you want to do it?
I'd like to sling it up to his right, back towards the one that's at the, right in there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the attack roll. Let me know what you got. Oh, you already did it, didn't you? What was it?
20.
Okay, 20 will do it for what he's got. So when you do that, you sling the body of this thing back that way, and it lands up against this creature over here and hits it, which draws its attention towards you and turns it. Okay, and that is going to be number 1, I believe. Let me make sure I fix this. Okay, let me move him. No, hold on. That is not the right one. Just a second, buddy. We'll get her. Okay, so let me make sure I've got this right here, buddy. Hold on. There he is. Turned him around. Ah, it's magic. Okay. So you turn around, you get his attention, and when you do, that one that you threw at him, okay, which is number 3. Make sure that's the right one real quick. Absolutely. The head soars over towards him, crashes up against him, and is no more. But in its place is something else. Comes up another one of those auras. Okay. And it is now centered around that space, right around this area. Okay. And that smoke seems to come up out of its head and starts encircling this area. All right. I'm just going to leave that as shape for right now. And that will work. You have some movement left, and that is it, Danny. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn?
He just sits there and flips both daggers underhanded and waits for the idiots to approach.
Okay, so you're going to use that last thing and take a defensive action. A good turn for you. You killed practically 2 of them. You did a really good job. You got that one there. Well, you killed the one. That one was already dead from what Rainlore hit. Okay, so the next person in their turn is Kylian. Kylian, I'm going to explain to you that you saw that creature go through that solid damn wall beside you, but you've been in and around this place. You can't think of anything. It's roll me a perception check.
Bonus. 19.
Okay. Okay. You're used to shifting from shadow to shadow, but you can only shift places you can see. For just a minute, you would love to be able to chase whatever that was through that wall, but you just don't think you could pull it off. With that frustration lingering under you, Kylian, what do? You saw Bastille dart down that way. You saw some arrows fly across the stairway down below here and took purchase, and you see that dark swirling smoke starting near the side of the bottom of the steps. You don't know what awaits you down that direction. What are you doing, sir?
Well, he would have watched Danny move out, so and avoid that particular thing. So I reckon what he'll do is he'll climb up to the roof.
Okay.
And he will proceed to moonwalk on the roof away from the smoke into the next chamber.
Okay, so how are you getting to the roof? Which wall would you like to climb to get to the roof?
Probably I'm gonna climb. Yeah, probably gonna climb up to the one closest to me, so to the left, Kylian there.
So let's say, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Okay. So right here, you want to climb up?
Yeah, climb up there.
Okay. So as you do, that was 10 foot of movement there. I'll put you up 10 foot on the wall. That'll be 20 foot of movement.
Yep, that'll be
10
fine.
foot up on the wall now. Do you want to go all the way to the ceiling?
Actually, no. Just get him. I want to use he's got his grip on the wall to get him, kind of crawl him over away, just above it, so he can get around it.
Okay. You're 20, 25, 30,
35.
35.
Yeah, that's all my movement there.
Okay, 35 right here.
Yeah, that's 35. If I move any more, that's all my movement. So maybe move me one thing across more.
Okay, do you want to start coming down, or you want to go over more up on the ceiling?
Actually, yeah, just I want to stay where I am at the moment. So yeah, that's 40 there.
You're right there,
All right.
and you are still 10 foot off the floor. You are onto the wall. Okay, for that, I want you to roll me a dexterity saving throw or skill check.
Save. 24.
Okay, you did good. I was going to say, if you failed it, I was going to have you let go and maybe fall into that. But as you did really good on your check, you're able to get along this, scamper along the wall. It almost looks to people, if they were watching, which no one really is other than Ignatious, and he just wants to eat you for breakfast right now. But you almost look like you have spider climb because of the way you're able to transverse along this wall. And with that neat flap of skin you have underneath your arms going across this, it looks really creepy and cool when you're able to pull that off, Dace. With that, you are 10 foot off the floor, and you've ended your turn here. Are you whipping your head around to kind of take in the sights?
Yeah, I'm gonna see because I think from where I am, I could probably peer my head. Just whoop, something fell off my desk. Probably from where I am, I could probably peer my head around the corner to see that skeleton next to what was his name? Averon? Was that his name?
Rain Lord.
Rainlord, thank you. You could see the skeleton thing, maybe just the front part of the skeleton.
I'm going to say at the height you're at, because those stairs go up, you would see that, but you would also, when you're whipping your head around, you see that the gaze of Ignatious has met you and is staring at you motionless with little twitches every once in a while, like there's something inside of him fighting. He clutches his staff and it moves around a little bit, like he's got some kind of Tourette's about him. And his eyes flickered with this purple light, and he is looking at you with a cruel look on his face.
Actually, I think I might have some. I need to double check this, but I think I might have someone that can help him.
By all means, buddy, join the hope. Ron's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want you to know he's a fighter. He didn't take very well to my attempt to save his ass, but he's a fighter.
I think I might have something.
Okay.
Gonna check my last page in case there's something better. If not, this might work. Okay. I'm not sure how this would work, but it will keep him from attacking me.
Sounds like fun. Let's see what happens. Maybe try.
I'm gonna cast fear on him.
You're gonna cast fear on Ignatius.
Yep.
Okay. The range of it, I'm sure you can. Is that a full turn action?
Casting time, 1 action, self, range, or 30-foot radius.
Awesome. Okay, so it's a 30-foot radius centered around you?
Yep.
And you have to get concentration on it, or once someone's affected by it, are you good?
Yeah, so concentration duration up to 1 minute.
Okay, so you have to concentrate. Okay, you're wanting to put it on you, and he's within that radius. Okay, so what's his saving throw?
His saving throw. Again. Well, okay. You project a defensive image. Wisdom saving throw. It doesn't say a DC. Probably against mine.
Well, what your DC is, it'd be your spell DC plus 1d20.
Yeah. So let's see here.
And it'd probably be the lower of the two numbers. It's not going to be the one for ranged attacks with spells. It's going to be
it'd be the lower one. Okay, spell save DC. I saw you a second ago. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so that. Ooh, that's high. That's high.
Good.
26 with the bonus.
26
needs to be high. I've got. Yeah. I mean, this is a wisdom saving throw, so.
All right, Ron.
Yeah, you need to beat a 26 wisdom saving throw DC to not want to run away from me.
All right, that particular die has been rolling well for me. I'll switch up to a different one.
I don't know why, but whenever I'm rolling against you guys, my party specifically, I get really good rolls. Like these dice actually don't like me.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's another element here I need to think about.
Would I be able to scare the ghost out of him?
Just hold on.
Ooh.
I like Alex's sound effect. That's awesome. Okay, Ron, go ahead and roll your saving throw.
Awesome. 16 wisdom with my wisdom modifier added.
Ooh.
Okay, now, well, you're pretty much going to pass. Okay, Alex, roll me a 1d6, please.
Okay. 6.
So that makes it a 22. What was your saving throw again, Dace?
26.
Okay. Even the extra that the creature that is possessing you threw into it, Ron, you still failed the saving throw. So although you are trying to attack these creatures boldly, this overtakes it. And I know a lot of people are going to be watching saying, no, it wouldn't matter. I did something for flair. I added 1d6 to your saving throw because of the creature that is holding on to you in its grasp, and you still failed. So I'm going to say on your turn, you're going to be compelled to get the hell away from him, if that's the way it works, right? They have to use their full round action to run away from this creature using the dash action, I believe. Now, whatever direction he runs, we'll see. But, Kylian, that's your major action. You've used all
That
your
was my
movement.
major.
You
Used all
have
my
a
movement.
bonus action. Anything else you want to do? You can do bestow curse on your weapons with a bonus action and save it for next turn.
That's true. Actually, I think I will use my bonus action to do just that.
Okay, you going to put on your blades?
Yeah, I'll put on my blades.
Okay. So as you do, they're on your back. As you keep clung up to the wall and your webbed fingers and stuff are holding up to the wall like I forgot. You just have a small webbing between some of your fingers down low from like the second knuckle back. You go back and you touch the hilts of your blades, which are crossed on your back, and you touch them, and you say a word, and your eyes turn white for just a minute, as all of a sudden this energy comes over top of your blades and a swirling necrotic energy, because they're going to do a bestow curse spell that has extra things as far as you're concerned the next time you make an attack against somebody. With that, that'll be the end of Kylian's turn. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay. Next up, Ignatious. I need you to roll me a saving throw. And did we say this was charisma? Is that why everyone kept failing this?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
None of us are very
Is that why
charismatic.
everyone sucks at this? So you're rolling a charisma saving throw at the top of your round to see what happens here.
All right, I got a 10 plus 5, 15.
Okay, I believe it was originally, well, let's just re-roll it.
Well, you've got advantage this time because of, oh, no, Rainlord didn't get it on you. Never mind.
Nope,
No,
no,
we
he
did not.
didn't. That was the problem. Alex.
Yes.
Roll me a 1d20 and a 1d4 and tell me what you get.
Alrighty. 15 and a 2, so 17.
17. Ron, write that down, that 17 is the DC you need to roll to beat this at some point, okay?
Oh.
So you did not succeed. So now your character is feared from this necrotic bat-like creature that's clinging to the wall, okay? And you have to spend your turn getting away from it. So the question being,
I think I would have to go straight back these stairs behind me where we came from, because to go to either other stair, I have to get closer to Dace.
okay,
So I could only go backwards.
and
back
you
the way
know
we
that
came.
you can fly faster than you can walk.
But can I in this narrow, small area?
Yeah, you're right. They are narrow, so it'd be hard to. Yeah, you're right.
Got my wingspan to be able to fly.
Roll me.
I didn't think I could fly indoors unless it was a big area.
Yeah, okay. So I would say, just out of a panic for a moment, you go to bring them out and you look around and you realize in that narrow corridor it won't work. So you fold them back in and you take off that direction. How many feet do you have?
I have movement of 40 feet.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, you want to go up or down?
Well, let's make it fun. I'll roll a d6. Odd, I go up. Even, I go down.
Okay.
It is odd.
Up.
So heading up.
What'd you have for movement? 40?
40, yes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. You're back here, and you're close to where that orb was from earlier that you had that interaction with. You have a bonus action you can use. Or no, you have to use the dash action. You have to go twice your movement.
Yep. Have to use the dash
Okay.
action.
So 40, so 40 more.
Yep.
5, 10, 15. Huh. Okay. Just
Well,
for the
I
hell of
think
it,
if I run into like a dead end, I just have to stop there. And,
Yeah.
You know.
just for the hell of it,
Let me double check in the book here. So fear. All right. Yeah, it says unless there is nowhere to move. I keep moving as far away as I can unless there's nowhere to move. So I basically would get as far away as I could and be basically stopped there.
okay. Okay. With that, Ron, as you're running and you get right up to here, all of a sudden something starts to come into view on that orb that you were connecting with earlier. It's fading in and out, almost spiritual like, okay? And it is the apparition of that character that you dealt with earlier. Okay?
Mhm.
And he looks at you. When you are within his radius, you have advantage on charisma saving throws because he used to be a former paladin. Okay? And is choosing to reach out to you to help you with this endeavor. And as you're running, full of fear, and you go to run through this character, I like the way this feels. Okay, as you do and you run through the character and you go through, by the time you get to here, I want you to do another saving throw with advantage versus the charisma effect. Everybody understand while I'm doing it, I'm not trying to bail him out of trouble. That's
21.
the court that he interacted with earlier. And we know this spirit is out trying to help do things and it's in peril right now. That's why I'm having this happen this way. It was what, Ron?
21.
Okay. As you run through, you stop about right there where you're at. And all of a sudden you feel your words like you can hear them again, like you've been shouting and yelling, and you haven't even been able to hear your own words in the deep silence inside yourself. And now you're starting to hear muffled shouts. You're starting to come through to the surface now. And as you rush up and get back inside yourself and you feel like the control is back in your hands again, okay? From the struggle within, you're going to hear that whispered voice let out a shriek of some kind of rage deep down from inside of you, and you would take 17 points of psychic damage.
Oh no. It's not good.
And the link is broken as the purple fades away from the background of your character. this image fades back away. Let me find it here for a minute. A lot of stuff, guys. Hold on. Like statues, Bone Collector, Bast, Iggy, and Kylian Darkness. There you go, right here. Okay, it fades in and out of existence for just a moment, and it seems to get sucked back into the orb and fades away. Okay, keep that in mind, that that's a mechanic that has happened in this place now. All right, you've used you've went at your movement and a half.
Yeah.
So you've exhausted your major action. You have a bonus action left at this point, and you're just now starting to regain yourself, and you're starting to remember the things that's happened within like the last minute or so. It's been very fast. What are you doing, Ignatious?
With my bonus action, I think at this point I'm just trying to shake the cobwebs loose and try to regain my bearings, kind of figure out where I'm at.
Okay. All right, with that, is it okay if I go ahead and end your turn?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I was leading to. Yeah, that's where I'm going to kind of end it off.
Okay. It's someone else's turn now. And with that, Bastille, as you're standing there with your back against the wall, with your daggers out, just ready for someone to come at you. Okay? Something happens. As, let's see here, just make sure I can do it. Okay, yep. Okay, is this skeleton right here seems to take a step backwards. Something crazy happens. Just a moment, let me find my shit here, guys. Darkness. Eraser. As something comes into view that was not there before. A stairway appears. And an extra room deep in the back of recesses opens up. And in the middle of that room is a familiar entity. On its turn, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Ooh, boy, that's rough. Okay, so with that, the flails raise up from around it and begin to lash. Oh, right there was 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, right there is where he goes to. And it's going to it's going to do some shit, which is not cool. Okay, as it comes back into view, Rainlore, myself, and Danny's character, you see this thing glide through here of these chains and these skulls just wreathing around its feet as if they have a life of their own. Just 1 second, buddy, and I'm going to tell you what we're doing here because he has options. I got to decide which one he's doing. Okay. All magic. Okay. All right. All right. Flail attacks. These things reach up and are reaching all the way across the room at you guys on these long chains and are coming at you and are attacking you. The first one. Ooh, fuck. 33 to hit, Danny.
It doesn't reach.
Okay. Okay. Okay, as it comes over, and this thing swipes across the room and smashes into the side of you, pieces of bone and debris start to break free of this creature. This one's eyes were lit up purple when it struck you. Okay? Make sure I've got this right. Okay, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
21.
Okay. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of psychic damage from that character. As the first flail slams into you and hits you in such a way. The second flail jets out from its arm. It misses completely. As the second one comes across the room, you're able to dodge. How would you like to say you dodged this one? It was a low hit, so you would have been able to dodge it. You wouldn't even had to have deflected it, Danny.
I'd say he just slips it like a boxer and lets it pass close to him.
Okay. I'll say it went up against the wall and leaves a trace of ghostly flames against the wall behind you in its wake, almost like gasoline fire. With that, Rainlord. 30. Damn it, that breaches me. Shit. I have to roll versus wisdom. Only with this, though, I have a bonus because I have resistances to necrotic magic because of a skill I used. Oh, yeah, I passed that flying colors. I got a natural 19. Okay. So with that, nice. I take directly 10 points of that damage. And then for the psychic damage I only take 3 because I passed my saving throw. Okay. For the fourth attack, for the fourth one to come at me. 11. It hits, but it does not breach me. This one does not have the flames on it. 5, 6, 7, 8. 11 points, and my armor absorbs that. It takes 5. Okay. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. Okay. All right, with those 4 attacks, and using that, on itself. The creature is going to say theatrically. It moves its mouth, and you can see the skin stretch over top of where its face was, Danny. And the words come a second or two after that. As it looks and it says to you in a whispered, evil voice, it says, "The king's soul is mine."
King's soul is mine.
Yes, that's what you're hearing. So, with that, he is going to stand his ground and make sure I'm doing everything I need to, and I'm going to give it to the next person in just a minute. Let's see here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, the next person up in this, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next one up is Rainlore. All right, Rainlore, what are you doing on your turn, buddy? With all three of them over there like that, I want to do my Scorched Earth spell, but I'm trying to look here and make sure there isn't something that would be better to cast on him that would maybe help our situation out a little bit more. You know what I mean, Danny?
Because I didn't use my reaction, I want to use that for a free action and yell to him to focus on the big one. I'll drop the little ones.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you do that. That works. Okay, I got that. I can do that. Okay, that'd be a main turn. Okay, did I say at the end of my last one that I was boosting my? No, I boosted my bow up, then I shot. So I haven't done that yet for this guy. So on this one, I'm going to cast my improved version of Hunter's Mark onto this creature. Okay? And when I do that, my Hunter's Mark is more improved than someone else's. Starting at my level, I no longer have to maintain concentration after casting the Hunter's Mark spell. Additionally, you can sense the presence of marked creatures even when they are hiding or invisible up to a distance of 1/4 of a mile and locate them with a successful basic survival check. Okay, and because these are my favorite enemy, which are ghosts and things of that nature, I can do an extra 1d8 damage to this when the Hunter's Mark is on it instead of the 1d6. So I can see him if he turns invisible, and I can do an extra 1d8 damage instead of 1d6 on him. And that is my bonus action. Okay, with that, I am going to start shooting from where I'm at. I don't want to get close to this son of a gun, I don't think. I'm going to use, I believe, my steadfast assault, where I'm not going to step. Instead, I'm going to take 2 extra attacks by holding my ground and taking all my movement. Well, no, I've got to move away from dipshit here because he's right beside me. And if I pull my bow here, he'll have an attack of opportunity on me while I'm shooting. I am going to move 5 foot in towards Danny. Alex, I want you to roll an attack of opportunity for that creature.
Okay. So is that just a
1d20, then I'll add the bonus because I like to keep secrets.
all right. 7.
You just rolled a 7?
Yep.
Okay. The creature swings and misses me, is not able to make contact with me. Okay. From there, I'm going to start letting loose my arrows, and I have a bonus of 1d8 to the damage of those on him because he's marked and he's a favorite enemy of mine. I have 3 attacks every 2 rounds. No, I don't. I have 4 and 3 and 4 and 3. So on this one, I'm going to have 5 attacks because I'm using steadfast assault to shoot at this thing 5 times. I'm going to shoot at him once for natural 19. 34 hits. And here's what we see. When I shoot at this creature, the arrow goes right through and pings onto the stone wall back behind it and hits off this and clatters and falls down in front of this eagle statue. I remember earlier that it was only taking magical damage. I'm going to roll something to see if Rainlord is able to figure something out. 10 to start a notion, 15 to really figure something out, 20 to get it completely solved. Natural 15 plus wisdom is 19 plus proficiency is 23. I got a 23 on my wisdom save. I am going to start hitting these skeletons because it seems like when we weaken them or ones that he's tethered to, it seems to hurt him. So I'm going to shoot at this guy here twice. And that one is number, what number was he again? Let me see here. Let me see. I don't know if that one's even been hurt yet or not. I don't think it has. Let me double check here. I've got a little map here of stuff that lets me know little cheaty facts. If I can just keep finding my stuff. There we go. That one is number 6. Nope, that one's not been attacked yet. Okay, I'm going to go at him. Okay, so I've wasted 1 arrow. I've got 4 more to shoot. First shot at that one. I hit it, but I do not breach it. Okay, adding Colossus Slayer to it is a 1d8 one time around. Adding another 1d8 to it because I have Hunter's, well, no, I have Hunter's Mark on the main guy, not him. Shit. I should just roll it normal then. $17 points of piercing damage. Reduced because of its armor that I didn't breach. I was able to get through it, but not as well as I'd liked. Okay. When that happens, and now that I am being sensitive to it, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so next attack on that one beside me. Natural 1. I have to roll to make sure I didn't drop the bow. Okay, that's better. Okay, I actually went to pull back the arrow and shoot, but I'm hurrying and I knocked it wrong, and the arrow actually come back and slapped me, and I take 3 points of bludgeoning damage onto my arm from the arrow string. Okay.
It must be dense fucking arrows.
Yeah, 2 more. Okay, natural 20. That's, I rolled a 1 to 20. Hell yeah.
Not
Okay.
too shabby.
No, not bad at all, dude. Okay, so we got that. Yeah. Okay, 9, 15. Times 2 is 30. So I'm 35. That's 35 points of piercing damage on that one. 1 more shot to bring him down. Hey, Danny. I just rolled another 20.
Nice.
I just, on my metal dice,
Nice.
2 20s in a row. No shit. That's ridiculous. Okay. Wow. That's really awesome. Okay, so 24. Okay. On that last hit, the creature begins to fall apart. Okay. Now Rainlord backed himself up, so when this thing does this shit, it's hopefully not going to get on me. Okay. So as I'm able to take it down, I pepper it with one arrow. Bam, sticks. Second one, I slap my arm with the string. Third and fourth, bam. I just make a straight line up its chest. The last one that hits sinks into it, and you can see the bones and stuff start to fall apart on the inside of this body as the armor piles onto the floor. Okay, the creature, and that is number 6, I believe. Make sure I got that right. Yeah. Creature fades away, but leaves an aura of that nasty shit in its wake. Right there where it was. Okay. All right. So with that, that is going to be the end of Rainlord's turn. The next ones up are going to be the skeletons. Okay. The skeletons both head into this area here. Okay. Make sure I'm remembering everything. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that is the end of that turn. Top of the next turn, Danny. It's you, buddy. What are you doing?
I am going to try something a little different with ass bag. I'm going to hit him with guiding bolt.
Okay. Go ahead and cast guiding bolt and let me know what your numbers are.
All right, the 2 hit, make a ranged spell attack. The 15 plus 8 is
23.
yeah, 23.
Okay. Okay, just misses. As it sails over towards him, it seems to fly up over top of where his shoulder was. As he crouches down and kind of looks at you, actually paying attention to this kind of damage, and whips his eye back over towards you, and you can see the purple eye start to glow very bright coming from him. As you do that, he is going to use Hellish Rebuke on you as his reaction. You already damaged him once earlier. You thinking I can only do it once every time you hurt him, or?
I'll have to look real quick.
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, I believe, and Ron, tell me if you think I'm wrong here, that once you hurt a creature, they're open to your Hellish Rebuke spell on a reaction. I don't know if it's just tit for tat or he can do it every time.
One reaction, which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you that you can see. So you have to be damaged.
Okay, so never mind it. Okay, with that, go ahead and finish what you're doing. You tried your guiding bolt, and it missed.
All right. Well then. All right. I guess I will use a bonus action and throw a dagger at him.
Okay, are you going to throw the dagger straight at the creature?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
29.
That hits and breaches. So in looking at this thing's defenses and what very little it has, this dagger would have taken purchase. Now, how much of your dagger is actually magical and how much is physical?
It's a complete magical construct.
Well,
So
it's complete. It has an aura on it. It did the 1D, used to do 1D4, then we turned them up to 1D6 when you took on the. Is it completely magical?
yeah, Blades of Raytheon, charisma plus 5. If I want to use them for a quick draw, I got a DC of 15.
Okay.
For quick draw, they're 1d6 magic damage, and then the chain is 1d6 chain damage.
Okay, that's cool. Go ahead and roll your damage for your attack.
Be 4 points of damage, and I'm not going to add my strength bonuses because I know he's not going to take them.
Okay. So 4 points of damage to him as the dagger comes through and sticks and materializes and sticks around the top middle left of his chest as he looks down at it and looks at you angrily and does hellish rebuke as a reaction. Just a minute. Or a D10. Oh, shit. Yeah. You don't get you have a dexterity saving throw versus that, don't you, Danny?
Let me double check.
I hope so. If not, you're taking 20 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, dex saving throw.
Oh, by God, you better make it.
26.
Hey, he can't beat that. So you take 10 points of necrotic damage. How you looking?
I actually take 0 because he saves for half or 0 on a dex save.
Okay. So you take 0 damage from this thing trying to do that. Where do you move your character to, Danny?
Actually, what he does is as he sees the fire coming up, he closes his eyes and appears holding that dagger. Eldritch Gate to the dagger.
Okay, as you do.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-huh. Yep. Welcome back, Danny. Welcome back. As you do.
Well, the 10 points I didn't get from that. Hello, 15 or 20 from this.
More than likely. You get about
Question.
right there.
Question about that.
Bam. Yeah, go ahead.
Does it only start things going through it from like so okay, say does it stop things going is it how do I explain this?
I don't
Is it
know.
a
You're doing a
360
poor job, though.
Yeah, I am doing this terribly. Okay, does it only stop things moving through it like horizontally?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Because I have an idea, and if it works, I might be able to circumvent that spell.
We like ideas that work, but I don't think he's going to be like he's going to go. Oh, actually, what happens is when you're coming towards me, See, your problem is you're going about this from a completely wrong angle. What you want to try to, no, it's not going to happen.
I got what you're saying. Gate above his head and drop on him.
That might help.
It's D&D. The only way to find out is to try.
Is to try.
All right, Danny.
Yep.
You take 4 points of necrotic damage.
I am a little bit beyond bloodied.
Okay.
However, I'd like him to make a save versus a DC of 18
For what?
for Spiritual Guardian.
Now that's when he starts his turn in it, right?
Whenever they enter
Okay.
or start a turn.
Is bloodied a quarter of your health, or is it a 50%?
No, bloodied is half your health, and when I say death's door, you're lower than 25%.
All right, cool. Thank you. Just wanted to check.
Okay. So what kind of save is he rolling, Danny?
It will be a Wisdom save for half damage.
Okay, Alex, roll me a 1d20. Your wisdom saving for the bad guy here to see if he takes full spiritual guardian damage.
Alrighty.
Rolling in that one, Alex, would be very preferable at this moment in time.
I got
Wish you
a
had it.
5.
What'd you get?
5.
Damn it. All right, I take full damage.
11,
Alex.
15.
We got to get you some new dice, my friend. We really do.
Yeah.
23 points of radiant damage.
23 points. That is a good hit.
And it is also, its movement is halved.
Movement is half. Okay, let me write that down. Okay, good job, buddy. With that, what are you doing?
That's it. I'm standing there.
Okay. Killian, you're up.
All right. Okay. Now
Now
this
the
is-
shit gets serious. You've had
this
enough.
is. I've been reading through my stuff, and I've been planning out what I'm gonna do.
I hope so.
So now, Shadow Step doesn't require me to move necessarily. I mean, it doesn't use my movement, right?
No.
I think it would
Therefore-
use 1 5 foot. Wouldn't it use like 1 5 foot step?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll take it where it
okay.
makes 1 5-foot step. I
Well,
like
I've got 40 feet. I got 40 feet, so I still have 30 feet to spend.
Yeah.
That's fine.
and you
Okay.
can go up to
because-
60 foot with it, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, as long as you're currently in the shadow, I mean, it would just be like moving to the next square
And-
over.
All right. I'm pretty sure I can do this. I want to bonus action Shadow Step above the spirit's head.
Okay.
So I will fall.
How far up above his head?
Probably. So it's a 15 foot, probably 10 foot above his head. So I'm 5 feet from the roof. I'm 5 feet from the roof.
Okay. 40 foot of movement?
Yep. Yeah, I just get it. That's how far Shadow Step reaches. I just get it.
Well, you have a problem. Let me see here. Maybe not. Let me see. Let me see if I can make this work.
I'm counting on the fact because I'm hanging on the wall.
You're going to have to go over here to see where you're stepping first. Okay?
That still leaves me with 30 feet, so that should be.
With him seeing by echolocation, though, wouldn't he have a visual
Nah,
of
it's a
it?
spirit. I can't see it with echolocation.
No, he would not. But, Danny, that's a good thought. But no, he wouldn't. Well, you know what?
I did take that into account.
I'll do this. I'll do this. Well, no, really, I don't want to start fucking with that. That's going to mess with some serious things. I need you to actually be able to see the spot. If you'd echolocated, it could do all kinds of different things. And if that's something later, maybe I can have you put some skill points or a feat towards it, where you can do an echolocation to Shadow Step in the future. But for now, you'd have to look.
Yeah.
So,
I was thinking because I'm on the wall, I'd be able to peer around and see without actually having to use movement. That's all.
Okay. So you were 10 foot off the floor still on this wall.
Yes.
Okay. So that's jumping down this 5.
I was shadow stepping from that location. I wasn't getting down.
Okay. Well, the problem is you're around this wall here, buddy. So
Whatever, just like
you can't
climb.
see it from where you're at.
5.
So, for instance, if you went here, if you jump down, it'd take you at least 5 or 10 foot to get just to here, because you got to get down off the wall and jump. And it's 10 foot going down. So it takes you 10 to get here, because you're still 10 foot climbed up on the side of the wall like a spider monkey with touching your hand, because you put that on your blades with your bonus action last time. Okay, so your blades are ignited. They're ready to rock and roll. But it's going to take you to get off that wall and bound down and land somewhere where you can see that thing. It's going to take you 10 foot of movement to right here. So that's good. That's good, okay? So there's your 10 foot of movement you've used. Now your shadow step's a bonus action that goes 60 feet. You're good.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? You're fine.
Yeah,
So
no, I do. I still have 30 to
15,
spend, so
20,
it's fine.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Yep.
Okay, 50 foot of movement will put you 15 foot up above its head. Is that where you want to be?
Yes.
Okay.
If
As
this
you do
backfires, that's going to be really bad.
As you do this, it works. You now have the determination that this thing has a globe around it, that is half above and half below the floor, of 15 foot in diameter.
Good.
You are just outside of the boundary of it stopping you from being able to shadow step to that area. You did appear above the creature. Good job, Kylian. I'm putting you up here, but you'll actually be, you understand.
I'm actually above it, yeah.
Yes. Okay, now that you are there in the air, hovering above this creature, and you're getting ready to drop out of the air, what are you doing, buddy?
As I'm falling, when I get close enough, I want to attack him. And since this round, I only have 2 attacks this particular round.
One of them has your curse on it, too.
Yeah, one of them will have the curse on it as well. However, since I shadow stepped and I only used 10 feet of movement, and I read the specifics on evasive.
I know what you're doing.
On steadfoot attack. I'm going to spend the rest of my movement, the extra 30 feet I didn't use, to give me 2 extra attacks.
That's awesome.
15 per use, so it's 15 per point. So that's 4 attacks I can make, one of which has the Cursed Blades attack.
Okay, so yeah, you can get one.
A little bit disadvantaged because I'm falling.
Well, here's the thing. You're going to get extra damage because you're falling. Okay? But also, as the Gloomstalker, if you surprise this thing, don't you get to add your wisdom to that or something of that nature too, buddy?
Yes, I get to, if I surprise them, I get advantage, and I can add my wisdom to it because of the dreaded ambush. Yeah.
Okay, so you've cast that bestow curse on your blade, which means you do an extra 1d8 damage with your blade. Because anything that has a curse on it, typically by the spell, you do 1d8 extra damage to. But this version of it that your character is able to harness up infuses your blade with that energy. Okay,
yep.
You're delivering it through a strike. So whatever your sword, I think, does 1d6 or 1d8, right?
1d6, yeah.
Plus 1d8 on the first one, plus 1d8. Okay, and if you hit this and you're able to actually curse it, all your attacks will do an extra 1d8 as long as it's cursed. Remember that?
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. That's why I'm banking on this.
And you get your wisdom modifier added to this attack. You shouldn't miss this.
I shouldn't miss. No way.
Could you roll one?
Not 20.
Not 20. We'll take it.
I'm going to roll the other one just to see. Yeah, no, that's a 17. The nat 20 hits.
That's awesome. Okay, so we have big things here.
Oh, this is going to be good.
You are doing 1d8 and 1d6, and then you're doubling that total. Ones are
Yep.
rerolls on these damages.
Seven, 3 to 10, 6. So that's 12. That would be, doing my math. That's 34 damage right there.
Okay, now what did you roll in the D8?
That was a 7.
7.
That's
Okay.
14.
So,
No, my math might be wrong. Hold on.
yeah, listen.
12.
When you come down on it with this mighty heft of an attack, you feel as only the magical cursed part of your blade actually hurt it. Physical things don't
Alright.
seem to be doing much, but you did hit it, and you breached it, and you were able to need to roll a DC for your curse to see if you cursed it or not, which is a 1d20 plus your DC.
Let's get back to my character sheet. Particular one. It is a. Oh wow, that is high. That is very, very high.
Good.
All right, that's 37.
Really?
Yeah, because that's high.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure I might have done that wrong. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, wait, spell save DC 17. So is it? So my spell save DC is 17. It's plus the 1d20, right?
No, what happens is this. It's 7. I added a 10 to it, and I added an 8 to it. So that's the old rules. It's
Oh, right. Oh, okay,
17
because I still got the.
minus
So no, it'd
8,
be.
which would be 9. So your
Okay.
spell DC is 9, and you
9.
add a 1d20 to it. What was your roll?
18.
That's still really high. Alex, just for the hell of it, roll me a 1d20 and a 1d6.
Alex, I'm banking on you right now.
She has to roll a 20 pretty much to be able to beat this.
Yeah.
I've seen
17 and a 6.
she rolled a 23. She damn near got you.
Oh,
Damn near got you, but you beat her just barely on this. So, what curse is it you're wanting to bestow upon this creature? As you come down with this blade and you whisper some words in that whispery voice of yours as you come down with your first dagger strike, which one of your curses are you trying to put on this?
let me just bring back, because I just got to remember the name of it, because I know there was a specific one I wanted to do.
Because you had the 3 that comes with the spell, plus your kit gives you 2 different ones. Homework, folks. The more you know.
Mm.
But I want to do a rainbow where I can just add the rainbow into my hand when I do this.
Okay, so this curse wasn't actually there. Never mind. I need to go back to Kylian's thing. There we go.
Ignatius, you are
Okay,
on
the
deck
curse I
to
want to
start
use.
thinking about your stuff, okay? Okay, go ahead, Dave.
I've got my ideas.
Okay, buddy.
Okay, never mind. That's not where it was. I thought it was. I thought that was somewhere else. I need assistance finding my curses again.
Okay, just go to the bestow curse spell card that you have and read me the
Yep.
3 options that you have.
Okay.
I think bestow curse might be a 2nd level spell.
I'm looking at the spell card at the moment. Okay, no, all right, here we go.
Okay, you ready to roll?
Yeah. I want to use the disadvantage on, I think, probably ability checks.
Which stat?
Let's do
Think about what Iggy and all your other buddies have got and try to be smart about it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure because I believe most of the ones they use are they're wisdom ones. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. So yeah, wisdom saving throws want them to have disadvantage against.
Okay. And once per day, you can put 2 curses on one target because you're a kit.
That's true. I completely forgot about that in that case. Thank you for reminding me about that one. I want to use that ability. I want to make him have disadvantage attacks.
That's awesome. I knew you would. All right. So big move by you. You got 2 more attacks against him. Each one of them have a +1d8 because you've cursed him. But your advantage one is gone. You've already used it up.
Yeah, I am getting a phone call. Just give me a second. I need to...
Are you getting a phone call, sir? Tell you what we'll do. With that, guys, let me stop my share real quick. With that, we'll go ahead and take a 10 or 15 minute break. Let Dace do his phone call. Then when he's done with that, Alex is counting her toes. She's bored. She's wanting to get in on something here. We're going to try, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll see you guys back here in about 10 or 15 minutes. Sound good? All right,
Yep,
thanks.
sounds great.
Be right back. Okay, we're recording again. Break's over. Dace has had a call from work, and he's going to be an extra few minutes getting in here. The last thing that he accomplished on the end of his turn was he was able to curse this thing, and using his 1 day or once per long rest ability, he was able to put 2 curses on it at once. When a creature is cursed by the bestow curse spell, he does an additional 1d8 damage to it when he hits it. Okay, and he had 3 attacks. Okay, we're going to walk him through those real quick. I'm going to do some basic rolls and see how the rest of his turn would have went. With the main attack that he comes down on cleverly from 15 foot above this creature, he was falling. He got a lot of bonus damage from the falling, from the 1d8 curse, from his weapon that did 1d6 plus his bonus, and put a good hit on this creature. So now it has disadvantage on attacks, and it has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. Let's go ahead and get back into the battle map, and let's talk about what he does the rest of his turn. Okay, and let's bring it up. Awesome. Okay, so with that, Kylian was above him. Let's go back to Kylian here real quick. And let's move him. He hits him. Okay. So once Kylian does that and attacks him, he was going to make 2 more attacks before he landed. He has barely used any of his movement. He had to use just 10 foot of it to be able to see the shadow to get here. So what he had mentioned was he was going to use steadfast assault to do an extra attack, which would take up to half of his movement. So that's why he's getting these extra 2 attacks this turn. Hey, Lauria, would you please shut that door? Thank you. I appreciate it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and roll for him. I'm lucky enough that I know what his bonus to attack is, and we'll go ahead and do it.
You have Alex roll.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Alex. Roll attack for him. You want high numbers.
Use the other dice.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Those are not the numbers you're looking for.
Yeah.
Did you see the meme where
15.
You rolled a 15.
Yep.
Okay. That. I'll tell you in a second.
so there's a meme out there. It's got like
Okay, so for that one, Alex, I want you to roll me a 1d6 and a 1d8 and tell me what those add, and I know his bonuses to the side.
Okay, there was a meme.
yeah, it's Jawas, and the guy's got it in the garage. It's like there's where all my parts went, and I figured that's also where all the 10mm sockets and left socks out of the dryer go. Freaking Jawas.
Oh, geez, yeah.
What's your total, Alex?
Bloody scavengers.
I got a 1 and a 4.
What was the 1 on?
The 1 was on the 1d6.
Okay, and a 4. Okay, got it. Okay, and now you have one more attack. Go ahead and swing again. If it rolls a 1d20.
Mm-hmm.
High numbers. High numbers.
Another 15.
Another
No way.
15. Now, with that, add a 1d4 to it because of his weapon specialization. He can use once per turn.
Got a 4.
19. I'm going to say you use that to put the thing into the critical range. There's several different ways you can use that 1d4. I'm going to say you use it to make it a critical attack, which is damage and a half. So we forgot to mention to him, and I did the math here. His regular dagger doesn't really hurt this thing. Only the extra 1d8. So I want you to roll me a 1d8 and then add half of what that is to it, rounding up.
Okay. Six.
Okay, good deal. So he does 1d6 more damage to it. So he's putting some hits on this thing, guys. And as he lands down behind the creature, he used half his movement to do that extra attack. He still has 10 foot of movement. The last time we were in this situation, he was thinking about staying there, but then he decided at last minute he did not want to stay there. Remember that, Danny? He was going to stand beside him, but he was like, I don't think I can. So with that, he is going to stand back just a little bit. And then at the last moment, Rainlore uses his free action. And he shouts out at him. He says, the skeletons are the key. Track down the skeletons. They're how we bring them down. Rainlore had an epiphany earlier when he was in the other chamber. If you remember him rolling the checks and stuff, he turned, and instead of attacking this creature, he started attacking the skeletons, knowing that that would hurt this guy, and it did. When he took notice of that, he is sharing that information of Kylian. And with that, Kylian's going to bite the bullet and go ahead and take the advantage attack from this guy. Well, he doesn't have reaction. He uses it on Hellish Rebuke. So he's going to take his extra 10 foot, and he's going to start chasing down those skeletons that were behind him. Does everyone agree with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right, doesn't it? 5, 10. Okay. Dace, what you did was I finished your 2 extra attacks that you had because you used Steadfast Assault, and you hit both of those, and you realized that only that magical damage, that 1d8 bonus, worked. You did get 2 new stabs in him. You did do damage. And you rolled a damage and a half roll, a half crit on the last one because your weapon specialization. As you landed on the ground, you were conflicted again. Do I stay? Should I stay or should I go now? The great song, you know. And with that, Rainlore yelled across there at you. It's like this: taking down the skeletons is the key. When he fought him earlier, he discovered that. With that, you risk getting hit as you retreat from him. But because it already did Hellish Rebuke on Danny, it does not have a reaction this turn, and you are making your way down the hallway towards the skeletons.
Okay, cool. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it here. That phone call is important, and I need to go. A friend of mine's in
Okay.
trouble, so
That's
sorry about
fine.
that.
So
I'll
what
be
I'll
back
do
next-
is I'll NPC you through the rest of this
Thank
one.
Let's say if Alex wants to take over Kylian.
I'll let Alex do it. Okay? Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
And we will
All
see
right.
you. I'll put this up for recording, and you take care and do your thing, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
No
See
problem.
you, everyone.
Later.
Everything goes well.
Yeah, I hope so too. 'Cause they look
All right.
really
I'll
bad.
check up with you after a bit. I'll message you.
Yeah, sweet. Thanks.
All right, no problem, buddy. All right. So with that, Alex,
Mhm.
we knew we were going to get you in this one way or another, didn't we? We'll help you be creative. Me and Danny know quite a bit about this character. Danny played a version of him for a while. So we'll advise you as some things and give you like several options you can pick from when it's Kylian's turn, okay?
Okay.
All right. Listen to the owl. The owl is wise. All right. So with that, it is now Ignatius's turn. Ignatius, buddy, you ran into the image of this celestial ghostly apparition being, whatever the hell you want to call it, that seems to be, its spirit's in here, and it has not been corrupted yet by this, whatever we're calling this thing. And it snapped you out of your condition. You were untethered from this creature's grasp. What do you do?
I'm going to move my 40 feet, which would put me on the stairs.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. As you are on the top of the stairs, that
Yes.
puts you level with everything here. You see these tufts of this dark energy swirling out of these skulls' mouth as they lay on the ground, and it makes you flinch a bit, realizing that that's the same thing. It just had captured you, and you weren't able to get out of the way of it in time. Roll a perception check for me.
I've got a phone call also. My perception is 22.
Very good. I'll keep talking. You go ahead and answer your phone. You see in the distance, with that perception of 22, you can make out this dark radius of energy. You can hear Rainlore shout these messages at Kylian. Things are definitely happening. Okay. So with that, I'm going to push Ron's initiative back a little bit and let him go here in just a few moments. Okay. I'll put him to that point right there for now. And let's go ahead and move on to the bone collector. Okay. So, oh, let's see what happens here. Maybe he's back. Everything okay, buddy?
Yeah, my daughter wanted to FaceTime with my wife, and she's got an Android, so my daughter called my phone to FaceTime with my wife.
Oh, okay. Are you good to go ahead and go, or are you okay?
Me? Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
That's
My
what-
wife's got my phone, and they're talking.
Family's
You
first,
need,
bud.
you
We're all
need to
good.
discuss things with your wife. That's having this. We don't do green bubbles. That's bad.
Right on. Right on, buddy. All right. So you see these tufts of dark energy. You
Mhm.
remember what's going on. And as you look through this is all the same level and floor.
Mhm.
You hear Rainlore shout out what he just shouted out to Kylian. Okay? You have to, with that perception, you can kind of imagine in your mind what's going on in this room as you see this dark aura on the floor, as you can see that much of it. And I will say, even because of how big this creature is, you see chains on the floor coming out from around him. You get the idea that he is in this area from where you're standing. Yeah, they got a very high perception check. I'll give you that, because that's all fair. You can look right through these things, straight line of sight.
Mhm.
You're on the same level. You see the dark radius. You heard Kylian yelling, and these chain flails take up quite a bit of space around this creature, as it has these like phantasmal drapings and shit of its cloak, or whatever you want to call that, hanging from it. I will give you that, Ron. What are you doing?
All right. I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and put it right below him on the map. It's a 60-foot range.
Okay, cool. And is it what you want your spiritual weapon to look like?
I'll stick with the hammer. I like the hammer.
Okay, which, thank you. And you can always do anything you want, but that helps me because I already got it made. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's open up.
You know, when it comes to cleric, I'm partial to warhammers. Can't
No,
help
that's
it.
awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Let's go here. Character icons all. Spell effects. Right here. Okay, real quick. All I got to do is hit this, and that. Then reverse my selection. Edit and copy. Go here. Edit and paste. And now I'm going to go spiritual weapon. Well, I don't want to do it yet because I got to change it again real quick. Hold on. Okay, so it is somewhere on here. I just got to move it. Let's see. I think it's probably going to be up here. Oh, yeah. Look at that bad boy right there. That's beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and make him smaller real quick. I like that. And let's rotate it just a little bit. Let me see here if I can actually, I think there's a way I can do it where I can move it myself. There we go. Okay, okay. And then let me go ahead and put an aura behind it. Just 1 minute, marker. Let's go with something along. Let's make this a little bit more celestial looking. Let's make it kind of a light blue. Yeah. Okay. Bam. Okay, let's resize this. Resize. Yeah. I like it. Okay. And then we're going to take this layer, merge to that one, and this will be spiritual weapon. Okay, buddy, and there you go. We got her. It only took about a minute. All right, so with that, you're going to move your said spiritual weapon right up underneath of him within range, which is right there within your line of sight.
Yes.
I like it. Is that okay with you, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, and that was your bonus action to do that, correct?
Yes, that is my bonus action.
Okay, now what are you going to do?
Well, as part of that, it makes the attack on the creature.
Okay, and what is the attack of that? What do you roll?
That's what I'm looking to see here. It's a melee spell attack roll.
Okay, is there anything else you need to add to that, or is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, Danny, anything you want to say, or are we good to go?
You're doing a
It's a magical weapon, though. It'll hurt him.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and is it just get one attack, Ron?
One attack.
All right, go ahead and make your roll, my friend.
11.
That's your attack roll total?
Yeah. Yeah, it was not a good dice roll.
Swing and a miss, sir. It does not hit.
That
The thing
one's
swings.
going back in the box for the rest of the night.
Oh, shit. Okay. You still have your major action left.
I do.
But the spiritual weapon is there now. It is in
Yes.
place. Before we stop, I got to say something.
Yeah.
When a spiritual weapon comes into being and then attacks,
Yes.
and he has people around him and he's doing this, that, and the other, does it ever say anything in the books about it getting surprise on someone? If you would have brought that into creation behind him or something like that?
It does not. It strictly says it gets a spell attack.
Okay.
on the other hand, though, I would say that it is flanking him because I am within his range and attacking, and Kylian exited, so never mind.
Well, you know what? I will give you advantage on that simply because it is being flanked and it's within range of Danny and Kylian just got done attacking on the back. I will give you advantage on the roll. That makes sense.
All right.
Now, if you get a 12 this time, you're screwed.
Yeah. This time through, I got 19.
19 does not hit. It comes close, but it does not hit. As this one, as it swings through, it goes through the mysticalness of the bottom of him and it swashes through, but it doesn't take purchase on him. It's just a little bit too elusive and too hard to pin down. It's almost like trying to punch a piece of toilet paper that's falling out of the air and the wind just won't let it quite happen. For your regular action, Ron, what is it you're doing?
I am. So can I see? I can't see Danny, correct? I know I can't see Rainmore.
Correct. You cannot see either one of them. But Bastille, Rainlore, we realize that he's around now because the hammer's back. So with that, we're like, okay, Iggy's all right. You know what I mean? He's making a presence. Things are good.
I guess I can use some of that action to move more, correct? Use my action to move.
Yeah, you could take dash. You could, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll move. I'll use the dash, and obviously I'm going to go around the aura because I do not want anything to do with that.
Okay. Hey, how about move you and not that? Huh? What do you think? Maybe
Idea.
if I just clicked on the right thing. Okay, so,
Well, do I make it through without? Dexterity check.
You're gonna have to take flight to go over top of this right here.
Okay.
So I will say total it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. At 25, you're going to be able to see Danny in probably the corner of Rainlore.
I will hang right there. That seems like a good safe spot for me.
Okay. I'm going to put you there because I'm going to say the corners are within range of each other. Okay. And Danny definitely is. Now you can see face to face with the bone collector as well.
All right.
And I'm going to just roll me a basic dexterity check just for the hell of it to see how you did in maneuvering into flying and getting around this thing.
22.
That's really good. And the reason I let you fly is because you were at the top of the steps entering a big room.
Yep.
Okay? So
Yep,
I think
that
that's
makes sense.
valid. D&D is a very fun chess game.
Yeah.
I really enjoy this. Okay, so now that you're there, that's taken your major action, but you can see them now.
Right.
That is the end of your turn, correct?
Yes. That is the end of my turn.
Okay, with that, it is. And we're going to. I keep on wanting to call him his name that I have written down, but it's not like you've asked him his name yet.
Right.
You mean Branjoran?
No. It's not that. That's what he looks like. So with that, you have spiritual weapon right there. At the start of his turn, he is going to lose his legendary action. Another one. And Alex, I'm going to have you roll 1 and 2. He tries to take over the spiritual weapon. 3 and 4, he's going to take over the spiritual guardians.
Well, either way, at the start of his turn, he's going to make a save versus a spiritual guardian.
He doesn't if he controls them.
I got a 1.
Okay, so that was the weapon. Okay, so he will go ahead and make that roll to save versus you, Danny. Was that wisdom?
Yep.
It was 17, right?
18.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I used all 3 charges.
Oh,
3
okay.
charges is 18.
Okay, and that's wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Succeeds. He only takes half.
Is that with disadvantage?
Why would it be disadvantage?
Because he's cursed for wisdom saves.
Oh, you lucky fucker. Yeah, he is. He rolled the exact same thing twice. He rolled 16 twice, and with bonuses, he passed. Damn, Danny. That would have been... Sorry. So, half damage from whatever you're doing. You cast it at that level. Roll me some dice.
He'll take 14 points of damage.
Woo! Nicely done. Drayden's beating the hell out of him, right? Okay, so with that, the Lion Field monk comes in and starts to pummel this thing from all three directions. And although it's elusive, it only takes half the damage. He really puts a pounding on the creature and the spiritual guardians, the aura that Danny has around him, which I'll just show for theatrics here, really comes into play and does a great job. Okay? So with that, now he is going to use his legendary action. Ignatius, you and him are going to do opposing wisdom saving throws, but he will do his with disadvantage to see if he can beat you and take control over top of your spiritual weapon. I'll tell you what you got to beat in just a minute. You're lucky I got disadvantage because I rolled a 20 and I rolled a 3. So go ahead and I don't want to tell you what his bonuses are, but go ahead and roll your, see what you get.
23.
Yeah, you just took my 2 dice and put them together. He tries to take over the spiritual weapon from you and is unable to do it as you hear a whispered, go through your head as the thing is very frustrated with you at the moment, or whoever is responsible, and you feel that go through you, okay? On top of that, he is going to... Oh, yeah, he's going to go after... He's going to go after Kylian. He doesn't want people running in that way. Okay. He is going to try to do the thing here, and he's going to use one of his flails. Perception check. Danny, you're the closest.
Nat 20.
Only one of his flails has a light still on it. The other 3 heads are dull. He's going with that one, and he's going to try to do a spell and hit Kylian with disadvantage because he's cursed. I rolled 2 18s. That hits and breaches Kylian. Son of a bitch. With the first one that has that, he goes through and hits him. Let's see here at the damages list because it really sucks. 18 points of bludgeoning damage. Kylian. And he has to roll a wisdom saving throw. Alex, I would like you to roll a 1d20 and a 1d6 and tell me what your total is. High rolls, high rolls.
Got a 16 and a 2.
18, okay, let's see here. Good deal, natural 4. You resist the temptation. It was going to start to do something as Kylian was running up through that way. You felt like dark energy and stuff was coming up out of the floor and reaching and grabbing up around you and going to entangle you and hold you in place. Kylian has a very similar spell. And Kylian's character would almost think it was using its own magic against him. This would really get under his skin quite a bit. But it was not able to grab a hold of him. But he did take quite a bit of damage from that. The creature's going to lash out at Kylian again. That one misses. As this one misses, Kylian has a feat that lets him move up to a certain amount of feet. When something misses him, he can use his reaction. And he can automatically attack if he had a thrown weapon, which he does. Kylian has a thing that looks like a chakra that none of you guys have ever seen actually used much before. It is a circular bladed weapon that has 4 dagger-like points along its edge. And as this misses him, he has to roll, he rolls an automatic counterattack with an 18. That hits. And when he does this, Danny, he dodges and attacks all in the same motion. He makes a backwards roll, and he can go up to so much of his movement. He's going to go 10 foot backwards, and as he does, he releases this chakra as an underswing and throws at this creature and is able to hit it. Have you ever read that feat before, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
It's a really, really cool one. This is the first time I think you've ever seen it used, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody else has used it in game.
Okay. All right. And with that, the damage from the thing is only going to be, roll me a 1d8, Alex.
Five.
Okay. Minus 5. Okay. As the chakran does that, then hits to the floor. That took his reaction. He is going to use his bonus action to summon the chakran back to him as it disappears off the floor and flips. Well, he won't be able to do that until his next turn because it's not his turn right now. Okay, it is on the floor beside where it has hit this creature. The rest of his attacks. He has 2 more. Bastille.
Cool.
One of these chain flails comes at you and swings and misses you. It swings. How do you want to say it misses? This would have been a dodge.
Just because he's so dexterous, you're looking at Neo from the Matrix. It comes and he bends clear back and it passes right over top of his nose.
Okay. The next attack is 4th one. He is going to try to. Okay, that one. 26, Danny?
Miss.
Okay. All right. With that, the other one swings wide. This one you would have had to have blocked away from you.
As it comes, both daggers. He's actually only holding one dagger, one stuck in him. So he takes the one dagger and glances it over the top.
Okay, did legendary, did reaction, did his turns. And with that, he is going to move in the direction. His move is halved because he's in Spiritual Guardians, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me find him here again real quick. Lots of stuff going on, people. We'll get it here. Hold on. Where's he at? Okay. So with that, he is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20.
He'd be, I think he's out right there.
Yeah. 25. 30. He moves through the wall and disappears. Okay, the cold aura goes away as well as he runs and disappears through the wall once again. Danny, how long have you had your spiritual weapons up now?
It'd be about 3 rounds, and it's good for 10 minutes.
Okay, you're good, buddy. You're good. Okay, with that, that is the Bone Collector's turn. Bone Collector. It is now the Skeleton's turn. Danny, you cannot see what's going on, and I am going to explain to you, Alex, what you see.
Mhm.
As you look into this room that was invisible up till a few moments ago, as this whatever device that you had helped Danny unlock before in a previous room. I don't know if you watched that part of the episode or not, but there was something over here that you guys triggered and were able to unlock this room. It brought into being this passageway that leads into the secret room that no one saw here before. Okay? When you go into it, you see 2 skeletons in here that are getting ready to, they're raising up their weapons, and they're looking at some kind of statue of some ancient warrior. It looks like he's from old Gemdar. This thing looks like one of the highest ranking generals or soldiers that you've ever seen that's donned the black and gold. Kylian's been down in these catacombs for a long time and has met a lot of important people. And this is a shrine that's here to represent some fallen ancestor of either Omadon, the king himself, or some very high-ranking general in the old city of Gemdar. And they are walking up towards it, getting ready to flank it. Okay? It's just a stone statue with eagles or hawks on both sides of it. With that, let me move the skeleton. Okay, I need to roll something here. Ron, I want you to roll a 1d20 and a 1d6.
18 total.
Hey, Alex.
Yep.
I want you to roll a 1d20 and a 1d4.
20 total.
Oh, shit, really? Okay. And go ahead and do me that same thing one more time.
Okay. $15 total.
Okay. The skeleton on the right, they both go up and they put their hands on this actual statue, okay?
Mhm.
And you hear some kind of dark magic being whispered from their lips. As their jaws seem to move, something audible starts to happen. And as they're doing that, you see this statue start to change and shift a little bit. Okay? It starts to change color, as if something is straining it. It starts to grow dark, as if something is coming over top of it. Like some kind of evil magic is starting to corrupt this creature. With that saving throw, it's made a step in a very bad direction. And whatever they're trying to do to this thing, Kylian or Alex, it's starting to take hold and work.
Oh, no.
With that, Danny, if you are there, it is your turn.
All right.
Did you hear everything that just happened?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll let you look at it. The statue is starting to turn dark as if some kind of necrotic energy is over top of it that they've uncovered in this sealed away room. Okay? Ignatius, I want you to roll me one more perception check.
$24.
That's a really high perception check. You happen to have stopped right beside another one of these orbs. Okay? And you hear whispers coming from the orb. As you look over to your right-hand side, you see the face of this paladin-like knight from the past. Looking at you, you see a handprint form against the inside layer of this orb. And it says to you in desperate, echoed words, "I can't hold on long." He's tethered. There's something in here. The bone collector, he says, cannot exist without a vessel. When you hear that, I want you to roll a history check.
History 27.
Wow. You couldn't have done this at a better time, my friend. People are going to watch this and be like, wow, this is pretty cool. Okay,
They're
so
going to be like, okay, knowledge cleric isn't so bad.
no shit, right, buddy? Represent with the knowledge cleric. Okay, so what goes on here is you think about what he's saying. It has to have a vessel. You remember Iridan. Iridan was the tiefling that was coming to the Mountain of Tears, that was coming to you, and when he was there, some demon possessed his body and was able to use him to fight against these guys, and they're trying to open that sealed gate. You know that things like this have to have something that links them to this world, okay? And as it's saying that, you hear murmured words coming from somewhere within the next level. Some voice that you have yet to hear. A vessel. What's it mean? What is this spirit trying to tell me? What do you ask the orb real quick?
Where is the vessel?
Where is the vessel? I want you to roll me a charisma check to see how well you're able to pull off this request.
Oh. 16.
16. Alex, roll me a 1d20 and a 1d6. Tell me what you get. As something's trying to hold this thing back from answering you.
$15 total.
Okay, you beat it. You beat it. It's 15. You were 16. Wow, this is cool. With that, the voice speaks shortly. You only beat it by 1, so it's able to give you something very vague. You hear another chamber, another, and then you see the hand fade back away as you see the face of the bone collector, now that it's been named, peers through this thing and looks at you with the one patched face and washes across the inside of this orb like a phantom spirit. This thing has tried to reach out to you, but it is in peril. It is being attacked right now, and it cannot communicate as well as it wish it did, but it was able to give you some information. You know that there's another chamber somewhere here, something that may possibly hold a key to whatever this thing's vessel is.
Shut up.
With that, it is Bastille's turn. And think about it. I have to pee. Give me 30 seconds. All right, Danny.
All right. I'm going to head into the room. I'm going to bound over the top of, actually, when he takes off running, those stairs are going down, correct?
They are going up.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to run along the wall. And
Okay.
go over the top of Kylian.
Okay. Fast. Let's make you move here, buddy. Okay. Run here. Roll me a dexterity check.
All right. Acrobatics with that would be a 19.
Now, were you inside that purple orb? You weren't in this, were you?
No,
Where was he? I thought you, it looked like you were, Danny.
I shouldn't have been.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You're going to have to either go around it or bound up over top of it.
All right. I will go over it.
Okay, roll me a dexterity check.
20.
Okay, it's 15 foot tall, so you probably have to run around it. Or no, it's not. It's 5. It's not what he's doing. It's what this thing's doing. That skull is still there in the middle of the floor, emitting this vapor and this black necrotic energy. So you could jump over that for 20.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you there's 15 foot. Where now?
I'm going to see if this takes a whole action or not. No, it's a bonus action. Am I within, yeah, I'm within 60 feet of the statue.
Yes.
Fuck it, I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to use my celestial ability. At first level, you gain the ability to channel celestial energy to heal wounds. You have a pool of D6s that you spend to fuel this healing. The number of dice in your pool equals 1 plus your warlock level. As a bonus action, you can heal 1 creature within 60 feet of you, spending dice from the pool. The maximum number of dice you can spend at once equals your charisma modifier. So I could spend 3 dice. And
Okay,
I'm going
so you're gonna, what are you trying to heal?
the creature that's darkened, I'm going to give it healing light.
Now, I want you to understand that's not a creature. That's a shrine that probably has the remains of a fallen warrior that's a very great hero inside of it somewhere. Okay, it's like a sarcophagus. So there are bones and remains of a fallen hero in there. And you've seen this thing resurrecting those kind of things in there. So if you're trying to heal that, I don't know if that's going to work.
Figuring that celestial energy is the opposite of.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so 3d6s.
Okay.
4, that's 8. 12, 3 4s in a row. That's crazy.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that.
And then I'll continue the rest of my movement.
As you do, you put that aura of that around that statue and try to heal it. You don't know if it had an effect, but it does deter this skeleton right here. I want you to, let's see here. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. It deters that one skeleton from continuing on what it was doing. It breaks its concentration, and the other one just turns around and looks at you. So whatever they were doing was halted because of your action there. And that was your bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are you doing next?
All right, I'm going to wing a dagger at the one on the left.
Okay, so this is upstairs, and you're at the bottom. Now, you can kind of see up there, but to wing a dagger, you'd have to throw it pretty much underneath of one of Kylian's arms, or you got to climb the steps to get up there. You could see things, but you're not able to see that much. It's a long stairway. It's like 15 foot.
I'll climb the stairs first.
Okay. As you go to climb the stairs, okay, right here, okay, 17, 32 to hit. Is that
hits, but doesn't breach.
okay? A flail comes out of the wall and gets you with an opportunity attack as you are running up past wherever this bone collector seems to be hidden somewhere deep inside the stone cavernous phasing through, and is able to get an attack of opportunity from a hidden location at you. Okay? As it does, need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
26.
26?
Yep.
You roll a natural 20?
No, 19
You have 7 to charisma.
for saving throw because I have a +3 for charisma and then 4 for proficiency bonus. He got charisma when he became a warlock.
Okay. Shoo, that's awesome. Okay. So you just take the damage from it then. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. So whatever it does to you, whatever it does to you, does it breach your armor?
Yep.
Okay, so your armor would have taken 5. Okay.
And damn. Whew.
All right. Are you on death's door or are you still just bloody?
I'm a little past bloodied. I've got about a third of my hit points left.
Okay. All right. At that point, you're continuing on through. This thing's coming wrapped out and hit you. You've used what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 foot of movement so far.
Yep. So I will go right on past Kylian.
That's 35 there. You're at the top of the steps.
Right. I have 15 foot left, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to wing a dagger first.
Where are you winging it at?
The one on the left.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. That would be a 14, 28.
28 hits and breaches. Do your damage.
A whopping 6 points.
Okay. Okay, and what's next?
Free action. I'm going to be holding the dagger now. I'm going to gate to the dagger.
Oomph. Okay, both these things have to roll because they have entered the area, correct?
Yep. And wondering if they're surprised.
You were at the top of the steps. They were looking towards you. All you did is went 10 foot towards them more. I'm going to say they're not surprised. You ran up pretty much right on them.
Right, so
Okay.
no advantage.
And now we got to do the spiritual guardians, right? And the DC's 18?
Yep.
Okay. Or wait a minute. When they enter or start their turn. So, Ron, what do you think about this? Is it because when you enter them or they enter you? What do you think here, bud? You know what I mean? It's a good question, Danny.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear Ron's.
Expert analysis. It's like the presidential debates. They keep getting all the different pros talking about one thing. Ron's going to give his 2 cents here. You got to ask the guy playing the cleric about things like this.
When the creature enters the area for the first time, or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
But that's saying if the creature enters.
Right.
So is
So
that
if
to be
you
taken
enter
literally if it
that-
walks into it or if you move it to it? That's the issue.
I would think moving into it would not count.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well,
So I'm going to say the next time he's got to start their turn, this will take up. Okay, so spiritual guardians on deck for both of them. I will go ahead and give them the minus to movement because that happens in the area naturally just because these 3 Adreidans are in the area, but they haven't attacked yet because it's not their opportunity. But they are an obstacle in here. So what were you going to do now, Danny? You've used your free action. You're over to your dagger. They
right.
were looking right at you when you came up. What are
so
you?
I'm going to stick to the one I'm facing. I'm going to give 2 more attacks. That would be a 28 and a 21, 30, 31.
Both of those are breaching hits. As you're stabbing in through them in places where their armor is not covering,
Well,
I had
and
rolled
actually, the second one would have been a little more than that, but all right. So 2 and 7. So that would be 7. That would be 19 for that.
Okay.
And then see real quick.
You get your weapon specialization and stuff on 1 a turn, remember?
Yeah, I'm saving that. I'm rolling against my DC, and I passed it because I've only got to beat a DC of 12 for swift attacker because I have 3 skill
Extra
points
attack.
in it.
Yep, good job.
So I'm going to make a third attack. It's actually a fourth for the round.
Yep.
And that one with combo would be 34 to hit.
Breaches. You are finding openings in this thing's armor like you are just picking it apart like a sniper. You are working mojo on this thing.
12 more points.
12 more points. Got it. This creature
And
looks hurt.
using it, he gets his, basically he gets a finishing attack with advantage. Got a natural 19, which is
Damage
it's
and a half.
plus half, but it's plus half damage anyway. So that is,
This is your combo attack feat. Make sure you say
Yep.
that, right?
yep, 7
Okay.
plus 6 is 13. And it has to make that was a 19 on the roll, 19 plus 24. If it fails, it's stunned until the end of its next turn.
Okay, and that's Constitution.
Yes.
That's
God,
good.
I hope nobody
24
uses that on Bast. 24.
automatically fails. It would have had to roll amazing 20 to get that because it has a minus to its Constitution. With that, the problem being is this is an undead animate, and they don't really have a conscious that gets stunned as per physical contact. You know what I mean? You can't just punch this thing and all of a sudden it gets weary. Now, the reason he stunned it earlier is because he did it through magical means. But this is stunning based on something different, and it does not seem to take purchase. You look at it for a minute like in disbelief, like when Rocky hit the big Russian fighter, Drago, and he just kind of looks at him. You're like, oh, I thought that'd be better. You know? With that, what are you doing? That's your bonus action, your movement.
That's all he's got.
Okay. With that, Kylian, Alex, it is your turn. You
Alrighty.
saw Danny jump up over top of you and is ran in here and is just going toe to toe with these things, trying to stop them from casting some kind of dark magic upon this statue. You know the bone collector has went into this wall and he is somewhere hidden back in here. He is in this stone. Your people, racially, once they become strong enough later in their years, are actually able to walk through and meld into stone and can actually become almost like gargoyle versions of themselves. You've seen your clerics of your kind do this for years, and that's how they've learned to hide from their Dar-Eblin masters. And you almost wish you could tap into that ability and you would reach in there and you would strike this thing dead if you could. But it's just beyond your grasp to be able to call upon that ability. You have Shadow Step, which means you could jump from here behind or around any one of these creatures. You have the ability to bestow curses with a hit by using your bonus action, which can do extra damage. It's some great stuff. What is it that you would like to do, Kylian? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'd want to attack the one of the skeletons.
Okay, you want to do the same one that he's after, or do you want to do the other one that he's not touching?
Probably the one that he's not touching.
Okay, so do you want Shadow Step there, or do you want to run up into melee range?
Run up into melee range.
Okay, as you do, this creature, well, no, it already took its attack of opportunity. 5, 10. I'm going to put you there. I can put you here. I could put you here. Where would you like to go?
Square to the right.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay. As you do on this turn, since you only used 5, 10, 15, 20, you only used half your movement.
Mhm.
Okay. So on this turn, Kylian has 3 attacks, but you could turn that into 4 because you have the steadfast assault feat.
Ah,
You could
okay.
use half your movement to take 1 extra attack. So you can do all 4 attacks on this thing. You can use a bonus action to bring up about a curse on your blades and try to curse this creature in some way. Do you want to try that?
Um, sure.
Okay,
not?
just for the hell of it, Alex, roll me a 1d20 and just a charisma check. I want to see if something happens. That would be interesting.
Got an 18.
You rolled natural 18,
Yep.
plus your charisma bonus is, I think it's a, let me make sure here. And roll me a 1d4.
4.
Really?
Yep.
Something interesting happens. And Dana, you're seeing this, and you've never seen this happen before. As Kylian pulls his blades out and starts to utter a dark word and takes them and crosses them and lunges this creature to go on attack with these curses, something new happens. Okay? As he does this, a shadowy mass of what looked like to be phantasmal bats with small, dark purple and red glowing eyes manifests in a 15 by 15 cube right on top of this creature. Okay? Let me do that real quick.
Dace is going to watch this and be like, I wanted to learn about the bat thing.
I know it, dude. He's going to be mad. Okay, so okay, it's right there. It's centered on this creature now.
Mhm.
Okay, and within that, all creatures that are within that can be hit by this cube, you have the ability, and they do it's almost like the cloud of daggers spell. Okay, I want you to roll me 5d4.
Okay.
She's like, it's awful late to be asking me for math, Brian. We got
14 total.
okay, and I want you to roll me a 1d20 plus, I believe, 8.
Twenty total.
Okay, I've got to roll. Ron, roll me 2 saving throws. Roll me a 1d20 and a 1d4, and you got to beat 20. Roll it for the skeleton on the left first.
4.
And it fails. Roll for the one on the right.
Oh, natural 20 and a 2.
Okay, okay, so it passes. Okay, so this one over here on the left, it is cursed. And Alex, would you like to fear this thing, Would you like to make it to where it has disadvantage on its attacks? Would you like to make it where it's weak against a saving throw? Would you like to make it stunned where it takes no action for a turn? Or would you like to slow this creature where you slow it down, it only gets half its movement and only one attack per turn? Of
I'd like
those choices, which one?
I'd like to stun it.
Okay, it is stunned and held in place and has a heart and it will not move. When you've done this, everything within this cloud, you have a chance of cursing it. The one on the right fought this. The one on the left is stunned. I'm going to write down stunned. All right. With that, that was your, believe it or not, that was your major action to create that. You have a bonus action left that you could imbue another curse upon your blade if you wanted to. Well, no, that was your doing that is actually your bonus action. That's no joke. All that is a bonus action for Kylian.
Wow.
It's a bestow curse ability. So you still have 3 attacks
Oh wow.
that you can use. If you hit this one on the left, you do an extra 1d8 every time you hit it because it's cursed. The one in front of you are just rolls as normal.
I'd like to attack the cursed one.
Okay, I'm going to move you 5 more foot, and you still have less than half your movement that you've used, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, let me go to Kylian here real quick. All right. Now you don't get attack of opportunity because you're staying within its range. Okay, but when you do turn and start attacking this one with a natural 7, this one took a swing at you as a cheap shot but missed you. Go ahead and make your 3 attacks against this one that Bastiel's fighting. You have advantage because you guys are flanking this creature. You both are taking it on at the same time. So you roll 2d20, and onto each one of those you add 10 and tell me what your total is. Kylian has a plus 10 to attack.
So,
After Kylian takes his turn, we'll wrap it up here, guys, okay?
okay. So 18 on so when I rolled, I was rolling for advantage, right?
Yes, you roll 2d20, and the highest one of those, add 10 to it.
Okay, 18.
Okay, that hits, but it does not breach. Go ahead and roll your damage, which would be, he does 1d6, a 1d8, and I believe plus 5.
Nine plus
Okay.
5, so 14.
14, okay, that's awesome. And I have to take its damage resistance into account. Okay, and then the next attack, go ahead and you have advantage on that one as well, 2d20s, and then add 10 to the highest one, and tell me what you get.
$16.
Okay, so your highest one out of 2d20s was a 6?
Yeah.
Damn, Alex, that misses altogether. You can add a 1d4 to that one time around because of weapon specialization. So you want a 2 or higher here on your 1d4 to be able to make connection with this.
Okay. Nope, I got a 1.
Damn. She swung and missed wide with the second attack, and now your third and final attack, 2d20 plus 10. One of those plus 10.
16.
Damn.
Yep.
Misses. Swings wide and misses. Kylian just came at this thing like crazy, adrenaline pumping, trying to do the best it could. It summoned out this swarm of bats that's flying around attacking these creatures. but just cannot land these attacks very well at all. The next person to go, if you guys want to, is going to be Ignatious. Ignatius, want me to go ahead and have your turn and then call it a night, or you want to wait for next time?
Whatever everyone else is up for.
You guys good for his one turn here real quick? It's 10 now.
Up to you, man. Do you want time to think it out, or do you want to shoot from the hip now?
I'm good to shoot from the hip.
Get it, man.
All right, then.
We'll do your
Nail
turn
it.
last, and we'll do the end after that.
All right, one quick question is I was standing over here. Could I see anything down in this area over here when I was over there?
And you're talking about right in here?
No, like I'm sorry, you can't see what I'm pointing at.
That's too
Just
good.
south of me, there's a doorway.
Yeah, I'll show you something there. When you went by, just for the hell of it, roll me a perception check. We'll rewind time a little bit.
Perception 17.
Okay. Yeah, when you were flying by it, you would have been looking around to make sure you had the room to fly and doing what you were doing. I'm okay with that. As you do look down and around this little room here, it appears to be nothing there but just a basic little part of a room. What do you do?
I am going to enter into the room where where they were and Rainlord still is.
Okay. Just roll me a basic dexterity check. You'd have to go really cautious around this.
Right.
Make sure that you can, do what you got to do.
17.
Yep. I'll let you do that. So 5, 10. I'm going to say you tiptoe around it. I can do that. 15, 20. I'll put you there, or do you want to be right here beside Rainlord?
Right there is fine because I wasn't quite, I saw Rainlord there.
Okay. I'll give you
actually-
a free action to have an interaction and talk to him.
I would tell him that the orb told me that there's another vessel that we need to stop the bone collector with. Said it was in if I remember correctly, it was in another room, right? It was
Yeah.
I remember I wasn't taking
Okay.
notes about that part, but
It's
yeah, so I would tell him that what the spirit told me in there about,
Okay. With that, Rainlord whips his head around real quick. He looks around, he thinks for a long moment. I want you to roll a perception check with advantage because he's going to be helping you do this.
$19.
Okay.
That was advantage. The first one was a 1.
He says some things that make sense. I don't think we've missed anything so far. And he looks around and he's looking at the walls and he's looking in this room in particularly. And he looks over at that doorway that just opened up magically on the right. Okay? And he starts looking around. And let me double check something here. Because he's a tracker. He's very perceptive about things. Let's look around here and see. He says he doesn't think he's came across any other doors in this place that look like they would have been sealed. This is something that is going to have to be uncovered somehow. He can't help you with that DC roll of 19. You're not quite sure where this place would be, but you do still hear those words stronger in here than you did in previous rooms of some chant that is emanating, and it seems to be located closer to you now than it was from the previous room. That's what you've got
All right.
at this point from that. What are you doing?
I am going to go over to the base of the steps.
Which ones? These here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move you here, Iggy.
Obviously, I have to go around the aura.
That's going to take about all your movement.
Yeah, it's kind of what I figured.
Okay, and when you do, what are you doing?
All right. Can I see up the stairs, or is it too much of a incline?
It's about 15 foot up,
So
and
yeah.
I'm going to say that you can see that there's bats flying around in there.
All right.
And they seem to be phantasmal in some degree, but that's about it from where you're at.
All right. As my bonus action, I can move my weapon up to 20 feet. So I would bring that closer to me, my spiritual weapon.
Okay. You can move it 20 foot.
Yes.
I can put it right on the same square you are. You can put it right beside you.
Okay. I'm going to start with that. And I can't see Danny. I can't.
Rainlore says over to you, guide me and I'll find the room. Whatever you gotta do, man, just something. He says to you, kind of stressed in the situation.
Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to cast guidance on Rainlore. Oh no, wait, that's a touch spell. Can't do that.
Yeah, he didn't realize it was either, else he'd have told you to do it earlier.
Yeah.
All D&D, it's never perfect.
Yeah, I guess at this point I'm gonna hold off my turn there.
Okay, I'm gonna say let's say you're holding your action.
Okay.
And the trigger would be what? See an enemy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. With that, you're looking up at the top and you see all these phantasmal bats flying around. You're not sure if it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing, but you're not hearing Bastille scream, but you're also not hearing these other creatures scream too. There's something definitely going on of some kind of dark magic up in this room above you as their echoes bounce down the halls. Rainlore has helped you kind of look around this room and doesn't remember of there being any extra passage as you worked your way through here, but you hear something distant, a person, a thing, words from some distant place. There's some kind of murmuring going on. It seems to be louder in this area than it was from the other levels of this place. You collect the notes that you are looking for. A vessel must be the way it connects. With some super good checks earlier, Ron, you realize that you know how things like this work. You know that a demon or an entity or spirit like this being summoned and looking like something Danny recognized and he said out loud earlier. And Danny, what was the line that you quoted that you knew a secret of some kind when you first walked in here?
They're connected.
They're connected. All right. And with that, we'll go ahead and end this episode. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and stop my share. Let's go ahead and stop our music. Pause. Pause. And made quite a dent in this place tonight. That was some pretty epic shit, man. Boy, that thing getting you cursed, Ron, and then you going all the way back there and then have to make up that ground.
Yeah, that
Really hurt. Really hurt. You know, and with Kylian being able to roll those rolls and unleash this new power about himself, Dace is really going to like that. It sucks that he wasn't there to see it. But it was something, you know how I told you guys I've been keeping these little scores about things that you all do that builds up like epic actions?
Mm-hmm.
It was his turn. And don't think that you guys don't have something similar going on as well. Danny tore through several of these and did a good job at attacking these and getting them where it counted. Good stuff. We'll be done with this one about partway into the next time we play, hopefully.
Still recording.
Oh, I know, it's fine. I'm just going through a wrap up, and then hopefully we'll get to Alex and Dayhorn, and then we'll be able to get everyone kind of wrapped into this one. So with that, if you're someone watching this and you've been following us on this adventure, I appreciate it and thank you very much. From the guys here and girls helping do this game and play this game, thanks for watching, and we will see you possibly this Sunday. Okay? Thanks, guys.